What's up, people? How's it going? I see you there, real kid. How's it going? It's good to see you here again. Chat. It feels good to be back here. Back in the old DoubleHelix world. Unfortunately, my partner, Crime Cat, yeah, she got like 1 hour sleep last night. Some like chronic health issues started popping up. So she, unfortunately, yeah, she's resting. So I told her, I was like, she was going to try to stream. I was like, honey, please don't do that. Please take care of yourself. Good Lord. Yeah, yo, what's up, Nova? Thank you all very much. Yeah. So I thought I'd start over here on the DoubleHelix, our monument. You know, I do want to change this up at some point. I do actually want to make it like not stone, because we're not in the Stone Age anymore. You know, that kind of vibe. Something a little bit more technological, but maybe like not like fully advanced until we get the, what's it called? I think the Nano Forge here, that twist-based multi. Yeah, chat. We're back in our run where like we don't have any fancy GTNL or AE2 things or NHU, none of that garbo. No, we're just simple people doing a little twist with the twist base. And we got a little power issue down here. Let's see what's going on. But I hope everybody is doing well. I got a solid 8 hours sleep. So I was like, well, I might as well stream, right?
Come on, Greg. Pleased to meet you.
Yo, the law, what's up? Yo, 8 months, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much for that. 8 months is wild, by the way. Sometimes I can't, I still like reel back every now and then and think like, oh God, we've been doing this as long as we have. Pretty crazy. Hope you're doing well today. Acetone, okay, yeah, that shut down. Why is that shutting down though? 16 amps EV. I wonder if it's a power loss issue. Something that Kat and I have been concerned about in this building is that you know, if we have power coming from all the way down here to this LSC, you know, we're currently still using the vanadium gallium, unfortunately, for this particular area. Now we do have the ZPM cable here. I mean, once we get all of that run, that situation will improve. We got a lot of rewiring to still do down here. I probably need to take some time. Oh, excuse me. Off stream. Figure all that out. I'm gonna start working on Netherite Prisma Line over here in the next few days myself. Nice. Yeah. Netherite Line. Yeah, we're gonna go back and look at Netherite Line just a second here. It is it's quite varied, you know. I kind of like it so far. Kat's been enjoying it. I don't want to do too much of it today. Because I know she was excited about finishing this off and I don't want to like steal her thunder. But we are gonna take a look at it. Kind of like catch ourselves up to where we were before, and then we'll probably come back on here on Thursday and finish it off, I would think. Something like that. Let's see, is there anything else? Any maintenance down here? I did come on here the other day, like 2 days ago, and just try to do like a round of maintenance. 1 second. Hey, Value, what's up? I didn't even look at the Discord this morning. What age are we in? On GATA now. Let's see. Yeah, no maintenance over here. That's good. Clean room, nice. Very, very nice. Lots of black steel. Lots of fun stuff. Okay, we got that. Yeah, not too much else. Hey, Kraylin, what's up? Thank you for the well wishes for Kat, by the way. I'm sure she'll appreciate that when she sees it. She is, I think she's asleep. She kind of woke up when I started moving around today. She didn't get to sleep until like 9 a.m. or something. Something crazy like that. Let's see. There's a couple machines in here that usually break. That honestly we need to decommission. I just want to make sure they're not broken. Nope. Everything seems to be good. Okay. Chat, I don't know if I'm trying to remember. I think it was when Kat was streaming Necess, like 2 weeks ago or something, that I started trying to actually build out the Netherite fortress. And this is what we got here. Let me actually go to day here. So there's a lot of work that could still be done on this, a lot of detailing. It's just, you know, there's a lot of nether brick, right? And we do have some variations in nether brick. My problem is like some of these are a little bit bright. Like Maybe we can mix in this small nether brick, like, pretty regularly into it. I don't know. I'm afraid that if I try to pattern some of these others into it, it's going to look too different and weird. Like, it's not going to blend properly. But we'll see. These towers, dude, these towers were such a pain in the butt, man. Like, try to get the shape of these little, like, you know, fingers, you know, these little, whatever you want to call them. I kind of come out. It's so difficult. Now I could have been like a little bit more particular with like forge microblocks or something, but you know, we got something that I think I'm satisfied with. Obviously, we got a ton of work to do on the top here, especially, you know, we need to do like a lot of detailing. And then, yeah, it's all one texture, right? That's kind of the other problem with this at the moment. Hey, what's up, Redwall? Hey, congratulations on your Thaumcraft progress, by the way. Got that 75V wand. That's always the hardest hump to get over, is that 75V. And once you get that you're in a pretty good shape. I kind of miss, or, you know, I was doing a little bit of Thaumcraft on the Gata run, and I kind of missed it. It was fun to get back into that. But yeah, this is where we're housing all of the Netherite line that we've done so far. And honestly, like, a lot of this, it pretty much is all the way done. Now, I did have this set up because we haven't done this part yet. This is the part where you have to make the hellish metal, which is like one of the key final ingredients. Is it for this? I think so. There it is. Yeah. Blast furnace, netherite nanoparticles, molten hellish metal. And eventually we'll be getting that molten hellish metal from the twist space nether interface, which is going to be really, really nice. And so that's what this thing is back here. But we can't build that until we at least complete the netherite line and get some of it running. So Orange got eyes of infusion, dude. Yeah, that's kind of a game changer. Honestly though, like we're so close to getting to EV, might as well wait on applied energistics to start doing crazy infusion stuff. You know, it's gonna be so much easier once we get there. It's a little bit of a painful transition to get like the initial pieces together for Thaumcraft, but it's not too bad. So Chad, what do we have left here? We do have another miller that I do want to make. And since she's already done that, I actually might work on that. What all are we going to need for this? Isa mill. And I think this has all been working in the background. Oh, she's already got it made. Look at that, dude. I'll say this about Kat. She's definitely on top of things. She's very methodical. Very thorough. I don't know what to do now. I'm really excited for PoE League. I don't want to commit to getting to space right now. Yeah, dude. I mean, well, here's the good news, Redwall, and we've talked about this before, or at least I have talked about it. The fact that you have the asynchronous trading now means that you can jump into the league like 2 or 3 weeks in and still find all the gear that you want, because it's not like people are just going to take all their gear off the vendor all of a sudden. Like you'll still be able to buy that, you know, that 1C, that 1 chaos starter piece, which I think is a game changer, honestly. I mean, it's a game changer for me. That makes me feel a lot less pressured to start immediately, although I love starting at the beginning of the league. But Stabaloy for sure. Yeah. Moon for PDEM. Yeah, it's like the sooner we can get the PDEM, the better, right? Hopefully I can follow through on this, but I do plan on getting on there tomorrow. We don't normally, our new schedule is we don't normally stream on a Wednesday, but yeah, I might actually do that. Hello, Sdu, how's it going? Yeah, anybody just coming in? Yeah, Kat is feeling ill today, unfortunately. Got very, very, very little sleep, so I told her to stay in bed and feel better. So we are soloing it today. We're gonna chill. I got my cup of coffee. I got my 8-hour sleep, so at least one of us did. Let's see. How big is this thing? I think it's 9 long. No, 7 long. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like that. Oh, and apparently these things will cut you up, chat. Fortunately, they're not running right now. I wonder if everything's just like stopped up. It's not like we were able to complete the full line, so I would imagine things have eventually like It dwindled down. Let's see here. Oh, wow. 218,000. Actually, that's not a crazy amount. Okay. And then what do we do with that? I think one of the last steps we achieved was... oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, the netherrack froth and the flotation cell. Yep. And then vacuum furnace. I don't know if we... Did we get the vacuum furnace? Oh, yeah, we did. Right. The poor nether waste. Okay. Here, let me follow this trail a little bit, chat. DoubleHelix, nice. What's up, Got Nukes? Good to see you here again. Much easier to follow and get immersed in the cat Vin run. I totally understand. Yeah, that it's such a weird place to be in because, you know, I want to keep doing Gata run on stream because it's fun and it's so different and we get to play with other people, which is really fun. And then on the other hand, I know from like a viewer perspective, you come in much like us, funnily enough. So you kind of like share the experience with us in a way where you're logging in, we're logging in, and we're both looking around like, what the hell's going on? Okay, let me figure out what's happening here and try to reacquaint myself. So you're kind of having the same experience as Kat and I every time we go into that run. But yeah, I understand like this series, this world is much more cohesive, right? Yeah, it totally makes sense. Okay, so vacuum. Okay, so poor nether waste. That's probably what is stopping up the works here. I don't know if we got the rich nether waste. Oh, we did right here. Dude, we're pretty far along, actually. Autoclave. This is the part where you keep recycling the netherite scrap. Yeah. Did we do that? We did, but is this actually running or not? I actually don't know if this is running. Netherite scrap seed. Okay. We got 11 of those. Okay, we have no rich nether waste. Okay. Yeah, I gotta kind of troubleshoot this thing, figure out what's going on, chat. Far too early. I know. No. Look, I was ready early and, you know, I wasn't having to wait on Cat or like, you know, wasn't dependent on Cat being ready at the same time. So I was just like, turn on the stream. Why not? Yo, what's up, Mr. Nibbles? Setting up more permanent location for bee breeding. 9 alveoli setup and PDEM with biomes between cold, arid, warm, damp. Oh yeah, you sound like you're very organized for that. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you can use the fans or heaters. Honestly, if you have the witchery biome potion, I do try to avoid having to do that as much as possible. There's like a couple instances, like the Lapatron bee is a really good example of something where you basically have to use a fan. I think 2 fans on an alveoli to get that to work. Okay, why? Okay, I feel like the flotation cell is not working, right? Because we have so much of that nether, this right here, the milled netherrack. Nefarious oil, right. We need nefarious oil. Oh, you know what? There's one thing I haven't checked on, chat, and that's Waterline. I wonder how Waterline's doing. Yeah, by the way, chat, don't waste your spider redemptions today. That's probably not going to get to me. Just guessing. I mean, you never know. It might. Probably not, though. Here, let me throw this concrete away. Yeah, nefarious oil. This seems like it's not working. Why is this not working? What do you not have? Okay, you have grade 2 water. Okay. You don't have nefarious gas. Okay. All right, we're going down the line, chat. We're figuring this out. Oh, I wonder if something is being held up in the distillation tower. Okay, what's going on here? Not enough fluid output space. Okay, what is going on here? So all of the extra fluids from that should be voiding in order to keep that process running, right? Oh, by the way, it looks like all of our sulfur trioxide, dioxide. I set that up last time over here. It's like all that's getting recycled into like, what, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, I think? Which is really good. By the way, Lori, how is, if you don't mind me asking, how's How's the job going? I know you were doing like a bunch of training before. Or like you were having to do a bunch of studying for your new job and stuff. I hope that went well. Sounded like you were pretty deep into it for a while. Dude, 59 million anthracene. Dude, that's actually kind of insane. Still doing the training? Right on, right on. Hmm. Okay. Nether air input. Nether semi-fluid. Okay, wait, we're getting like... Wait. Okay, yeah, no, we've got so much of that stuff. Okay. So it's difficult for me to actually get to these because all the output hatches are in the middle and they're like stacked up against each other, so I can't actually see them. But yeah, no, I mean, we're full on the semi-fluid, ready to go to be turned into the nefarious gas. Why? Okay, there's nothing in there. Look through this again. Actually, I'm gonna like pin all these. I mean, everything has a spot. Next step is oil cracker. It's not going to the oil cracker, is it? Insert only, nefarious gas. Yeah, it's not going in there. Are we out of... Are we out of channel somehow? Oh, no. Oh, God. Chat. I think I found the problem. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. How are we going to fix this? Where is this one going to? Yeah, that's just using way too many channels. Okay. Okay. Let's get another, wireless hub. Yeah. And we'll pop that right there. And we can color this black or something. I don't know. And then we could just connect that to this one. There we go. This should be running now. Aha, yes. We got it. Yo, what's up, Ashton Grapes? Is Kat gonna play today? Yeah, she unfortunately, yeah, for anybody just joining, including you, Graves, she is ill today. She is, she's gonna be okay. It's just like her chronic diseases and stuff that she's got. When, oh gosh, disease is probably not the right word. That sounds so bad. just her chronic health stuff. And so she got no sleep last night. She was trying to get up to stream today. I was just like, honey, no, just lie down, go back to sleep. You only got 1 hour sleep. Like, chill. Condition, yeah, condition. There we go. Chronic health things. We'll go with that. Chronic disease, jeez. Okay, I actually don't know how to put this thing together. Okay, so I mean, we'll have to check, but yeah, I mean, all the way to the autoclave, this is working. This is the last step that Kat did, I think, was the autoclave. So the next step, if we were to come back and look at this, you get the netherite scrap seed, which is a very, very low priority, sorry, not priority, probability, very low probability. You have to go through this process a bunch, and look, dude, IV 60 seconds, ugh. Thankfully this, you know, runs in parallel, and, you know, the multi-block operates better than a single block, so. But what do we do with this? Yeah, chem bath. I think this is where the other chem bath comes into play. Yeah, this one right here. So we might do this step right there as well. I kind of want to do just a little bit more setup for the arcane infusion step, because that's the one that I was kind of responsible for. So we'll take a look at that one in a minute. And then I've also got a little magic stuff that I want to go do in the background. Hold on. What does this look like? Oh, so those blocks just go in the middle. Okay. And it's just 5 of them. And okay, so 9 total then. Do I have 9? I don't have 9. Wait. Typing. Exterior wait. Uh-oh. Dude, these looked exactly the same to me. They're not the same. Exterior casing and piping. Ugh. Okay. Hold on. Actually, you know what I could do, chat? Okay. I believe we have the technology to do this other ways. Such as that way. There we go. Wow, that was so easy. Okay, and now we're missing some of this stuff right here. The isomill gearbox, I think we need 4 more. Okay. Isomill. Should be pretty easy. Let's go back to Autocraft. Just want to make sure these are behaving properly. Oh, that's already done. Never mind. I know that pain is when my meds fail. Oh, every half hour. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have to deal with that kind of stuff myself, but you know, I can definitely empathize. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we need a little bit more exterior casing. Okay. Isomill exterior casing. I wonder if milling is worth it these days for anything else other than this. I've heard some people sing the praises of milling recently. And I'm like, really? I thought that was just like a giant meme. No? Milling actually good, chat? I don't actually know. Let's see. Oh, is this thing working now? No. Okay, yeah, so this is like the big bottleneck. In fact, I should probably put a sign here. So yeah, vacuum freezer, really, really big bottleneck. I think that we should probably do a mega vacuum freezer in the basement. Like, stick it down here. In the ground. Yeah. Alright, did we get more casing? Still working on it, okay. Over here, yeah. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to make sure that at least 2 of these are running in parallel. It's a little bit slow with the transfer, I've noticed. Sometimes. Like, it doesn't run in parallel as much as I would have thought it would have, but... Chat, if you didn't watch me when I did this, this was like my first crack at Universal. Okay, yeah, see this this cell is currently in there. Yeah, yeah. This is the okay, yeah, this is kind of the problem, is it seems to want to go to like the same chest again, even though this machine is already running. It like went back to collect more items, and then it went back to this one to just sit here and wait. Like, I don't want it to do that. And I did enable round robin on all these. I think maybe just sometimes that's just gonna happen with this kind of universal setup. I don't know. I'm not really sure what else I could do. Fix that. Been using so much gold recently. Wait, what are you using so much gold for? I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been in the IV age and had an issue with gold before. Milling could be good for lutetium. Oh, what's up, Bashan? Yeah, lutetium is one of those things. In a previous playthrough, Kat and I got up to ZPM. This was before we started streaming. And lutetium got us. And we were trying to do the bee, but we were so far behind on our bee breeding. And we weren't using the Oblivion frame. It was a really bad time. But I think getting lutetium is even easier right now, isn't it, chat? Didn't they put some new multi in recently that helps you do like radioactive decay more? Am I making that up? Monazite froth. Oh, speaking of milling, chat. You just mill monazite. Dude, easy. Well, I say easy. Getting this stuff is a pain. Potassium ethyl xanthate dust. Yes. Thumb duping way faster than IC2 cross for things that it works for. Nice to see you stream. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry that cat isn't here. I felt especially bad about that today because, you know, this is our first time in DoubleHelix in like 2 weeks, and I think she hates that she's missing it right now, but yeah, I might go ahead and set up a I think we're gonna do level maintainer to level maintain the block of hellish metal. Did I have that stuff pinned anywhere? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, when you got an unlimited Essentia, yeah. Thumb duping's not a big deal then. Okay. And we got that part. This part, so it's like 2-step process, ore washing plant, then maceration stack. And then, okay, yeah, so we do have to do the compressor, so I might have to set that up at least. The large electric compressor. Just to make these blocks of rhodium. Now, the weird thing here too, though, is that I feel like we're going to have to level maintain rhodium at the main base. I hate maintaining things on the main network, but I think I just need to like get over that and just do it. In fact, let's go ahead and go do that right now. We do have one level maintainer. Probably going to keep a lot more level maintainers. Chat, this is our, you know, this is our main monument. So underneath the main monument, we got our main control center. Big work in progress. But, you know, we're putting all the control-y like things in here, including level maintainer. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, rhodium. Do we actually have rhodium ingot itself? We don't even know how to make that. Huh. How else would you level maintain if not on the main net? No, I know. I like for passive things to be actually passive and not like taking up CPU space with a level maintainer. However, and the reason for not the main network was historically because it did create more TPS issues. The bigger your main network was, the worse the level maintainers performed on the main network. And so you would never want too many of them. However, in 2.8, because they changed the backbone of AE2, it seems like that might not be an issue anymore. So you might just be able to level maintain to your heart's content, you know, and I guess as long as you have enough CPUs, like, not really an issue. So, however, I don't know, but something about the level maintaining everything in the main network just feel like, this is just a personal thing. I don't judge anybody else for this, but like, it feels cheesy to me. It feels like the easy way out in some cases. But you know what? I think that it's very smart in a lot of cases to do it as well. So we need to just do that. So let me do a little recipe here real quick. Rhodium dust into rhodium ingot. We'll put that in our mega blast furnace. We'll do 64 at a time. In MEBF. There we go. Now we do use level emitters quite a bit. Level emitters are kind of different in my mind. I'll show you a couple that we have set up here. Just a minute. Let's see. Amount to maintain. Like 1,000, maybe? I don't know. How much rhodium dust do we have? 90,000. Okay. We'll do 500 at a time. We probably need to up our game on the plat line pretty soon. That's probably going to go with our rewire. It says it's crafting them. Aha, there we go. Okay. Go over to our megas. Yep, there it goes. Perfect. Dude, 74 per second. So nice to have the mega EBF online. Yo, Minakawa, what's up? Hope Kaz doing okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she'll be fine. Yeah, just chronic stuff that eventually goes away, eventually settles down. And then, you know, lack of sleep. Like 1 hour sleep ain't gonna cut it. So she will be back undoubtedly on Thursday, which will be our next scheduled day. By the way, chat, I should reiterate. Let me go ahead and do this real quick for Twitch and YouTube both. Exclamation mark schedule. If you're ever wondering what our normal schedule is. And yeah, we have changed things just to make sure, you know, if anybody hasn't got the memo yet, instead of going Monday through Thursday at this current time, we're just doing Monday, Tuesday at this time. And then we're going Thursday, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So a little bit later. Hopefully that, I know, you know, some of y'all are EU and that might be like too late for y'all, but you know, maybe you can catch the beginning of the stream still, hopefully. But regardless, you know, hopefully we're still like trying to cover everybody. Kat and I have kind of missed that old time slot, but we're trying to do it a little bit earlier. So 6 p.m. Eastern. Now, unfortunately, we're also getting daylight savings time. I think, dude, isn't that like this weekend or next weekend or something? We're getting daylight savings time in the United States. So that means that that's no longer going to be 10 p.m. GMT. That's going to be 11 p.m. GMT, which sucks. I don't make the rules. I wish we didn't do that. That'd be great. You know, that's a thing. All right, there we go. Multi-block complete. I'm going to go... Let me go cheat. Look at Cat's work over here. Get a muffler hatch and 2 maintenance hatches. Yep. And then what's she got going down here? LUV energy hatch. Okay. So we'll grab 2 of those. And output bus and stocking input bus. Okay. I think I also need a input hatch, right? Oh, the ball housing. Oh, God. I forgot about that. Ball housing. Okay. She already had that made. Nice. Isn't there... Okay, no, it's just items. Okay. Cool. Play D&D with the guy from Chile, so I'm very familiar with the woes of different parts of the world changing. Oh gosh, yeah, dude. Like, why? Why are we doing this? Alright, let's expose underneath the multi-block. And, you know, this might be unnecessary. I don't know how beefy our system's going to be. You know, if this paralleling is going to be necessary, but I just kind of liked... I tried to keep this room as symmetrical as possible, even though you have a bunch of different machine types. And so one of those ways I did that was the isomill on both ends like this. So, and this interior definitely needs a whole lot of work. Don't get me wrong, chat. I'm well aware of that. I was trying some stuff. I was experimenting with some stuff with this. We did. I thematically wanted to get 2 blaze spawners. And oh, you can't see it. Visualization's messed up. But yeah, we've got a jolt type. Oh, there he is. Look at him. So that makes redstone. It's a really good source of redstone, by the way. And then we got this other one over here, which is gunpowder, I think. This one does hellfire. Yeah, this one is hellfire. Yeah, gunpowder and then blaze rods. Yeah. So, and that's basically to replace what we had before. So this was our old mob farm that we had down here underneath our little pre-EV area. There was all of our mob farm storage stuff. And yeah, basically we had the blazes in this. This is the exact same design I used for the mob farm tutorial that we have over on the YouTube channel. In case you're wondering. Uses those thermic relocators. You need like 13 of them, I think. Something like that. Yeah, like 13. Works really, really well. And then you could put like time wood clocks up here. And you put cursed earth underneath the spawners and works really well. Love your base layout. Thank you. Thank you. So different from what I'm seeing people do in GTNH. Well, a lot of people just go to the PDIM, the personal dimension, once they get to EV. And I don't blame anybody for doing that whatsoever. I just find the overworld just way more interesting. And this is by far my favorite GTNH world, or honestly, my favorite Minecraft world we've ever done. Where, you know, we're trying to do the Minister thing. Lots of work to do. I kind of want to get the backs of these buildings finished. That way, this kind of becomes more of a complete picture, right? So, like, you know, if I was going to take, like, a screenshot of this area, like, the one thing that's really missing is just kind of, like, some windows and patios and stuff kind of like on the backs of these buildings to flesh these out. Maybe I'll do that sometime soon. Hopefully. Hey, Wolfpack, what's up? Time zones are already confusing enough. It's the weekend for the States. It already happened for us Germans. Yeah, I know, right? Don't even get started on the, the eastern part of the world, right? They're already on the next day. Let's see here. Was there anything else that we needed? No, I don't think so. Let's come back here and finish this off. I will say one thing. It's so nice to have a wireless over here now. Really cleans up the wiring over here so much. Oh, and she just put it like right there. Okay. Oh yeah, we're using export buses. Get those balls in, yeah. Could we not do conveyors? I'm gonna try a conveyor belt, see if that works. With like an ME interface. Out of ME interfaces. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's pop that right there. And then we'll put our ball housings right here. And Chad, if you're just joining, this is for Netherite Line. You do, in fact, need to do milling now for Netherite Line. Which, you know what, I'm okay with. I'm okay with, like, taking systems that nobody ever used and trying to, like, repurpose them into something that, I don't know, it's different. It's interesting, I think. Alright, then we'll do another one over there, and then in the middle, we want to share the output bus and stocking. Like so. Oh, it feels good to be bragging like this again. You really woke me up to Timewood clocks, dude. Other people woke us up to them. Yeah, the word is kind of spread on them. They're insane. You know, I mean, they're kind of niche as well, right? But the things that you do, in fact, use them for are quite nice. Peaceful trees to ground out. Oh, early blood magic. What do the peaceful trees do again? Remind me. That sounds familiar. Is that how you get the those like passive witches? The witches. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Oh god. I had to like remember what cables we're using for all this stuff. Oh. Been a while. Okay. And then we need a ludicrous transformer? Yeah. CPM to LUV. And there's our Signalum ZPM cable. No explosions. Beautiful. And we'll color, our LUV color is orange, just like the superconductor cable. Very good for grinding out blood. Yeah, I would definitely love to do a more efficient setup for that in the future. I think I just did the old-fashioned, you know, stabby thing in Blood Magic initially, so I would love to go back on a future playthrough and do that better. All right, let's get this colored. Red is our subnet for the entire, so our main network is purple over here. And so that's how we're getting access to all the items on the main net through these storage buses. And then red is our like main netherite subnet. So let's see. I do need to find this over here. Yeah. Wish you could redstone control the clocks. Yeah, you know, it's kind of surprising that that's not a feature, right? That would be really nice. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay, so conveyor definitely works. We got to import there. And then we're just doing the alumina balls. Like that. Are we not making these? Or is there some like, are there some weird like NBT shenanigans with this? Hold on. Let me actually come in and pin that one. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Apparently we don't have any. Why did... No, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do have some. Maybe this is why Cat did the export bus. It doesn't make any sense, though. Why would the... Okay, there we go. Now it's working. That's weird. And then speaking of level emitters, I think we're level emitting that. Yeah. So this is where we're making those aluminum milling balls. And so I have this set to 64. So anytime we go over 64, then this redstone cuts off. It stops making them, just so we don't clog up the system. So especially in passive lines like this, we'll use the level emitters pretty regularly. And as far as I know, I don't think that, because it's not requesting a craft necessarily. It's just controlling redstone on and off. So I think this is much less invasive as far as TPS theoretically than, the level maintainer. But again, like we discussed before, I don't even think the level maintainer is that big of a deal these days. So that is my kind of read on the system or on the situation. Let's see. Put maintenance hatches right here. That should be everything. Has problems? Perfect. Boom, boom. You know what, Mr. Nibbles? No promises. We might even go get a maintenance focus today, just for you. Anything could happen. Let's see. Stocking, input bus. So that's circuit 10 with netherrack. Okay. Go ahead and set that up. I know we only have 125 netherrack. Interesting. Oh, also, I've got to get another ME interface. Conveyor, set this to import. Pop the ME interface right there, and then grab some balls. As one does. Boop. There we go. S tier quality of life. Like, at a certain point, you get tools that have such high durability that I feel like, well, I mean, I will say that refilling with the fine soldering alloy wire is kind of annoying after a while. Yeah. I think I'm just being stubborn about the focus. All right. I think we are good to go. Yeah, but we're not making enough netherrack. What's going on over here? Yeah, see, this is set to 10,000, but it's not working. Frequency 87. Frequency 87. These are internal redstone receivers. Oh, no, the redstone, yeah, no, the machine is on. It just has no valid recipe. We have no glowstone dust. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we've encountered a problem. Time to fix stuff, chat. This is the Gregtech way. So I think we're mainly getting glowstone from the Cenarium Bee. It's just not... Actually, do we have the Cenarium Bee online? Hold on, I want to go check that. Because if we don't, then that's something we definitely need to do today. Okay, no, we do. We do. Yeah, we're just sucking up that glowstone way too quickly. Can't be bothered upgrading the soldering iron, the LV one. Once you get like the HV soldering iron, it has much, much better durability, so to speak, as far as the charge goes. So, okay. Take a look at this, chat. There is the Twilight Wraith, which gives glowstone at a kind of a nice drop rate. This is kind of one of the best late game ways of getting glowstone, because you can really soup up your EEC like crazy. I'm wondering if we should just do this. I always forget about the industrial greenhouse for some reason. Like, I don't know, in my mind, maybe it used to be gated by ZPM or something weird like that, but yeah, the EIG is available in Ivy. It's expensive, but maybe I thought that because of the ZPM circuits, I don't know. But so what will we put in there? Hold on, chat, I got a bad boy to take care of over here. How do I... Okay, you're just getting timed out for like 14 days. There you go. No quick actions. I have to go over to the YouTube page to actually... Report, spam, goodbye. Lucrite seeds from Thom bases. I need, you know what? I think I have ignored the Thomic bases. Seeds way too much. Lucrite. I didn't even know about Lucrite. So what do I do? Just put the Lucrite seeds inside of an EIG? It's pretty straightforward. Oh, it makes gold? Oh. Okay, hold on. I know about like the Swede or whatever, like that's a really popular one for sugar. Which we might even do a little bit later. Sorry, Chad. Just trying to figure out a plan of action here. We've got a glowstone farm, but it's really slow. No, you're good. You're good. Part of me just wants to do the EEC, but yeah, it's not the fastest. Yeah, exactly. I think. Let me see. Wraith. Did I actually go get a Wraith? I don't think I did. Let me go double check. Pop down here. This is where I've got all my like powered spawners and stuff. What the hell is that, dude? A louse? What did I use the louse for? Oh, right, these runes. Yeah. Disgusting creature. Snow Guardian, Fire Beetle. You know what? Let's go do it, chat. I think I know where a large hill is. So, and we can, you know, for anybody who is curious about where these guys are, they're pretty rare. You can only find them in pretty specific places. So let's go over to our... First of all, let me go to my Thaumic Restore. Can't wait to get the Gravasuit chestplate next here. Let's go to the Twilight Forest. Did I pin... You know what? I might have pinned a large hill and then I lost my pins. That could be one. So basically these wraiths, they only appear in those large biomes very specifically. Let's see. Just gonna pin this real quick. There we go. Yeah, they only appear in the large biomes, like the large biomes. What I mean is the large hills, right? This is not a large hill, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and I've got to turn on mob spawning. Get that back on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How many times you've sipped from the bottle? Yeah, I know. No, we totally went and, you know, changed the config, right? Quite a few times. Cat just does /fly. Bless her. Bless her. Hmm. I don't think we've seen one yet. This is probably one, chat. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now we don't have a lot of hearts. I gotta try not to die here. See if we can find one of them. They're usually floating up, like toward the ceiling. Also, is this who I think it is? Is that just a normal? That's just a normal red cap. I would like one of those special red caps at some point. And then again, maybe this isn't the largest hill. I always forget what they look like how big they actually are. Lots of baddies around here. This might not actually be a large hill. Might just be like a medium-sized one. Are you? No. Oh, they're aware. Yeah, I feel like I would have seen a Twilight Wraith by now. Snappers have different color hat shirts. It's like, it's subtle enough. I always like, again, forget the difference, like what they look like. What's up, Bama Rebel? How's it going today? I'm gonna say this is not a large one. Go back up. Yeah, let's just keep looking around for a little bit. We can navigate very, very quickly around here now. Gonna be generating some new chunks probably. Come on, server PC, you got this. This is your only job. Like that's a small hill. Gathering building blocks, nice. What's your block palette you're going with for building? Is this one? I don't think this is one. We'll double check just to make sure, but yeah, this totally has medium hill vibes. You have a magic map? Oh, I forgot about the magic. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do show up differently in the magic map. That's a good call. Okay, let's delete all this stuff. Magic map. Blank magic map. Oh yeah, we have to do the quest, right? Let's go back home real quick. Hey, Blade. How's it going? Hope you got some sleep after your crazy schedule yesterday. Hopefully you didn't have to pull another 12-hour today. Hope all's well. Yeah, I don't think we know how to make the paper stack yet. Let's go ahead and do that. That is compressor. Oop. Paper stack, one of those, please. Thank you. And then map focus. Oh no, chat. We're missing glowstone. Any glowstone hanging out here? Hey. I'll take that. There we go. A little chicken or the egg situation there. Okay. Submit, blank map, perfect. Okay. Oh, I gotta go back through the portal again. That's fine. Hope Cat doing well. Yeah, she is, you know, just like the chronic health stuff. It's kind of flaring up today. And she got like 1 hour sleep last night. So I told her to stay in bed. We shall power on without her. But she'll be okay. Thank you for asking. What's up, Salty? And Fish Sticks, hello. No automated glowstone? Yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. This is kind of the funny thing. Now, we technically do. We technically get glowstone from the Sumerian bee, which we have in an industrial apiary. But the Netherite line needs quite a bit of glowstone. So we're going to supplement it with an EEC with a Twilight Wraith, which I already know that I want to get eventually anyway. So I figure I might as well just go ahead and do it now. I'm also trying to just not do the whole rest of the Netherite line without Cat, because I know she was excited about finishing that. She's been itching to Greg. Yeah. You can believe that. Just got here. I just have a Glowflower set up. Yeah, I think the Glowflower setup, I think, is just going to be too slow for us. Now, we were talking about what you could put in an EIG, Extreme Industrial Greenhouse. Chat, is there a Thaumic Bases seed that we can put in here for glowstone? We were trying to figure that out earlier. I need to report that we have passed inspection with a flawless... Oh, hell yeah, Blade. That's got to feel like such a relief, man. That's good. Chatting game didn't find any glowstone seed. Yeah. Well, sometimes stuff like that, like, I mean, if you look up sugar, right? It won't show you Swede here, I'm pretty sure. So NEI does not really interact very well with those Thaumic Bases seeds or whatever they are. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, chat. Yeah, I want to go somewhere a little bit further out before we generate this map, because I think it generates kind of partly based on your location, right? Also, chat, we're gonna get some ads on Twitch. You get caught in those, don't worry, we're literally just like baffing around in the Twilight Forest. You won't miss anything crazy. We'll be back soon. Gleonia. Aha. Okay. Gleonia seed. Okay. Yo, thank you. Yeah, we were definitely wondering about that. I appreciate that. Okay. Azure Blue. Because I might want to do that instead. I know I still want this anyway, so I'm still gonna get. We're out here. We're doing this. Oh. Oh, we found the thing. Unicorn bro. Questing ram. Can I put him in a soul vial? Aha. Okay. Are there hills around here? Is this a good spot or not? Actually, this spot should be fine. Let's do it. Okay. Oh. This the Phantom? It's the Phantom. Okay. Got Urgast over there. So this one right here that we're headed toward, I believe that's a medium hill, right? Chad, if you're just joining, we're looking... Yeah, okay, so medium hills look like that, I think. No, actually, no, that should be a large hill. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Where are my raids at? Maybe the other one we went to was a large hill. Maybe we were just having a hard time. Oh, you. Oh. No. No, don't die. Aha. We got him, chat. Nice. Red cap sapper. That's the special one, right? Yeah. All right. Come on, raid boys. Where are you at? LuV-Age, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Were you all Gregging? Were you all GTNHing? Hope you had a good stream. If you're just joining, we are having glowstone issues. So we're looking for a Twilight Wraith, and the Twilight Forest, which is really good for glowstone in an EEC. Now we're also looking at the Gleonia seed for the Extreme Industrial Greenhouse. Yo, thank you, Blade. I mean, how rare are these guys? This has to be a large one. Maybe I should just start killing things so more guys can appear. Yeah, let's do that. Oop. You're dead, and you're dead, and oh, didn't mean to look at you. Oh, hey. Speaking of whom. There we go, chat. It's that easy. Slash home. Get out of here. And make sure we turn off mob spawning. Alrighty. So, got 3 different things. Questing ram, I mean, that's just kind of a meme. Who cares? Yeah, I'll show you the crossbow in just a second. Yes, we got the red cap sapper, which is really good, and the Twilight Wraith. Now, red cap sapper, I always forget like why we want this. I just know it's really good. Diamond, yeah. This is like the best way to get diamond, and you need so much diamond for like your first infinity ingots, I believe. Like, we look at infinity ingots from Avaria, Avaricia, the crystal matrix ingots, and the diamond lattice. Yeah, you need so much of this. So many diamond plates. It's insane. So, but yeah, let me show you the crossbow. So it was actually Mr. Nibbles here in chat who helped me kind of figure out the better stuff for this. So I thought that draw speed was affected by the body and the limb both, because when you look at those individually, the parts individually, it actually says that draw speed is affected by both. It's actually only affected by the body. I think it's the body and not the limb. I mean, if we look at the tooltip here, it does kind of show that the limb isn't really doing it. And so yeah, Osmeridium crossbow limb, Icorium crossbow body. It's really, really good. And then for the bolts, we're just doing palladium with an Icorium rod for the bolt. So yeah, just the limb. Yeah, so it's a pretty souped up crossbow. Yeah, again, shout out to Mr. Nibbles for that. Oh, you know what? I actually thought about making some Kami armor today. We unlocked Icorium a while ago. You know, we had to get to a tier 4 planet before we could really do the like the infusion for the Icorium block. Is it this right here? Yeah. This right here. We needed the mitral, which we didn't really have access to until tier 4. Maybe there were small ores. I don't remember on tier 3, but so we got tier 4 rocket actually only like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to the Kami armor yet. That would actually provide the creative flight though, wouldn't it? Isn't it the chest piece that provides creative flight? So I could actually like ditch the potion flask. The next level up of circuits always cheaper? Not, well, cheaper, but they can take longer, Dirge. That's the problem. Yeah, wait, Lee 2 with the raid again. Wait, what? Hello? Yeah, free creative flight. The chest piece does. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's the thing. And this is the thing you always had. This is something that kind of tripped me up a little bit in previous playthrough in Neo Tokyo, is that these circuits, what can happen is you get access to, what's a good example, Chad? I'm trying to think. You get access to cheaper circuits through like the socks, like this right here. So MV-LV circuits, and MV-LV, that's fine. Like those are still good enough. Like, so they're cheaper material wise. However, what happens is you end up with a much larger or a much longer processing time. And so at a certain point in GTNH, there's kind of an inflection point where you start to get way more worried about processing times than you do material costs, because materials in a lot of cases start to just no longer become the actual issue. Now there's plenty of exceptions to this rule. So, you know, you can't, you do have to take it on a case by case basis, but generally speaking, you don't always want to go to the cheaper circuit right away. And this is something that you kind of start to encounter with LuV. I don't... Hello. Hi. Alright. That was weird. This one might not be that big of a deal, but I mean, I can show you real quick what happens. Like, you got 120 seconds at EV, right? For this recipe right here. On the circuit assembly line. And then you've got then 30 seconds at LuV. Now keep in mind that the circuit assembly lines, you get perfect overclocks on these. So 30 seconds at LuV is like 480 seconds at EV, right? So this is actually 4 times the length, processing wise, than the recipe that's more expensive, right? So it's something you have to constantly balance, keep in mind. And at some point you might be like, okay, the processing time is low enough that I don't care anymore. You know, cheaper, you know, resource wise sounds good. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it for a while, Dirch. You generally just make like the best one you can. Like especially when you get into nano processors. The nano processors are really, really good. Like you probably end up using the HV through LuV versions. Like your go-to circuits for HV through LuV are the nanos. Even after you get into the quantums, you generally only want to use these quantums to get the ZPM circuit specifically, this quantum mainframe. And then I'll actually just ditch the quantums completely once I get to crystal processors. So I'll do like HV nano, EV nano, and then I'll do IV crystal and LuV crystal, etc. People have kind of like done the math and kind of like figured out what's most efficient with that. People might have some differing opinions about that, but the nanos are, I think, still generally considered really, really good. And yo, Amakasi, what's up? Good-hearted people, hope you had an awesome day. Hope you had an awesome day. I am doing really good. I got like 8 hours sleep. I'm feeling great. I kind of feel bad saying that because, you know, Kat is not here because she's like basically had the opposite experience today, but she'll be okay. She just needs to get some rest. Back over here, chat. Okay, so we got the Twilight Wraith. Red Cap Sapper for later, for diamonds. Would be really good. And I'm actually thinking about, let's go ahead and make a powered spawner, right? Oh, we already have one. Zombie, I don't think we care about that. And then let's get a broken spawner. And let's go put that in the soul thingy, soul binder. Yeah. It's going to take a little while. We do have a stellar capacitor, but we don't really have the power throughput to maintain this. We could look at like a better capacitor bank. Vibrant capacitor bank. How difficult is this? Cenarium battery, which we can now make. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see if we can actually get this going. Poor cat. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He will be okay, though. Don't worry. You don't need ichor blocks for Kami armor. That's just for tier 6 altar. Well, it's like, it's like a cheaper way of making the Icorium, though, right? Because then you can just put this into a... Or am I wrong about that, chat? Hold on. Yeah, you smelt the block into Icorium ingots, right? What's the other way that you make Icorium? This way, right? With the Osmiridium, the Void Metal. This takes 4 Ichor. Okay, so 2 of them takes 8 Ichor. And then if you want to make it this way... Oh, yeah. Wait, what am I thinking? I'm sorry, it's been a long time. Kat was mainly responsible for the magic previously. I guess she figured this out. So yeah, if I'm just... I mean, this is my main source of Icorium then, I guess, if I'm making all the Kami armor stuff then. Right. Kind of got a little lost in that. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we might take a look at that a little bit later. But right now, let me Also takes quad lithium. Wait, what takes quad lithium? Let's see, this recipe, I think. Yeah. And that is just circuit 0, right? Oh, the vibrant bank. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, these over here. I mean, we can make this. It's not a big deal anymore. Yeah, that's super easy for us, but that's good to know. Yeah, I had that other recipe hiding over there. Let's see. Yeah. Brass 0. Pop that there. All right, then what are we missing here? Glowstone dust. Oh no. You know what? We can fix this. Let's temporarily remove glowstone from this whitelist. That way we can have a little bit of glowstone in our inventory. Yeah, it's a good thing we're fixing this today. I didn't realize what a big problem this was. Do microblocks mess? I've never had a problem with it, Bama Rebel. Maybe if you went really, really crazy. Generally speaking, though, I think you'll probably be fine. I mean, it's going to affect frame rate, you know, more than TPS. So if you have a decent computer for running GTNH, you're probably fine. Especially with all the like improvements with Angelica, the rendering, all that stuff. It's probably less of an issue now than it was. Okay, do we have some glowstone now? Yay, we have glowstone. Okay. So right, we just need the small Sumerian battery. That is canning recipe. Yep. HP canner. Not a problem. Canner. Yeah. Still using a single block. That's fine. Oh, 4070 Ti Super. Honestly, your processor would be the bigger variable there. The more important variable. Anyone, you were in chat, know some big improvement using Java 25? Yeah, I'm still using 21. So maybe somebody in chat has some experience with 25. Because our server's running 21, like, you know, I didn't really... I mean, I think I could run 25 on the client. I don't know how much of a difference it would make, though. My understanding is that it's going to make more of a difference in the late game of GTNH than it would like the earlier mid game. We'll convert over eventually. Right, I need the hull. Empty battery. That right there. Press circuit 0. Oop. There we go. And we should be good to go now. Yep. Nice. So we were doing that for over here, our Ender IO machines. But this energy conduit might also be a problem. Not sure. Also, how are we powering this? HV gas turbine? Yeah, we need to we need to change that. Is that the only thing it's powering? Yeah, okay, let's fix that. Do we need an insane transformer? Probably just keep it IV energy. You little IV superconductor. All day. Oh, it's almost done. Sweet. We'll wait till that's done before we kind of mess around with this stuff. But, boom, vibrant capacitor bank. Fantastic. Oh, 14,900. Oh, dude, yeah. Go to town with your forge microblocks. You'll be fine. I could not see that ever being an issue for you, really. Yo, Neb, yeah, I was just literally hydrating just now. Yo, thank you. What's up? By the way, chat, yeah, I installed my first AIO cooler. I was using, I've got a 9800 X3D processor. I was using the Peerless Assassin 120 air cooler, which I think is fine for like a middle of the road CPU, but, dude, that thing was like, even no matter how I messed with the fan curve, it was just like, sounded like a jet engine taking off. So I went with the, what is it called? The Liquid Freezer 3 Arctic the Pro 360. So 360 AIO cooler. Got it pushing through the top of the system now. So quiet. So good. Huge AIO. Yeah, I figure I had the space for a 360. I was like, might as well. Yeah, because there's not much price differential between 240 and 360, so. All right, are we done with this? Let's see. Broken spawner. There we go. Good. All right, so we can pop those in an anvil in just a minute. Let's replace this. Hello. Okay, shift right click does not work. Okay. Put that capacitor bank away. Get this one out. Okay, that does seem to be. Okay. We'll probably just leave this conduit for now. See how well it performs next time. But I do want to change the way we're giving this power. So let's get rid of this. Antiquated garbage. Goodbye. Oh, Neb, I saw we were scammed. Listen. I'll drink again. Can't hurt. I saw we were working on the clean room now. Crazy how fast we're going. Get rid of that. I'll have to kind of... Oh, that was weird. Wrap this cable around here like so. This is LUV, yeah. LUV to IV. There we go. This should be filling up now. Yeah, and we're just capped on the IO. The vibrant capacitor now. So, perfect. LUV to IV, yes, yes. No explosions. No explosions. You know what? I should probably go ahead and just top off the acceleration cards in this thing. Hello? If I could spell. Hey, Lord of Turtles. Yeah, no cat today. She was definitely feeling ill today. You know, chronic health stuff. And no sleep. So we're giving her the day off. He'll be back on Thursday. And by the way, I am gonna say this again, chat. Apologies if you've heard this several times already, but we do have a new schedule. I just put it in the Twitch chat right there. YouTube, you should be able to see it on the screen right now. Yeah, Monday through Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thursday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That is the thing that's changing. So, and I'm excited about that. It'll probably be like a bit of a different vibe as well. Maybe a little bit more laid back. I don't know. I have like a very different demeanor between this time of the day and evening time. I don't know if anybody else can kind of vibe with that. Let's see. Let's go back to over here. Go to our anvil. Oh, that has an interesting particle effect. I never noticed that. The void metal anvil? It's not going to taint my world, is it? Probably not. I mean, you put those in Forge Hammer multis. Should be fine. All right, there we go. Twilight Wraith. Boom. And so what I'm going to do for now, I don't want to devote this EEC to it permanently, but yeah, what we're going to do for now is kind of take over one of these EECs. So one of these is redstone dust, one of them is gunpowder. So gunpowder, we probably don't have a lot of because we convert that to carbon dust. 2.4 million. I think I care about the carbon dust more, honestly. What we're going to do, we're going to use this temporarily. And the main thing that we want from this Twilight Wraith is the glowstone. So let's... And this is main network, right? Yeah. So we're going to throw away everything this guy makes, except for the glowstone. Add that to the whitelist. And that should do it. Turn this guy off. I'll throw a chest here. The old spawner. Hey, Rexy, how's it going? Oh, maintenance. Okay. So take the Jolt out for now. Twilight Wraith. Where is he? There he is. That is one glowstone dust a second. That's not great. But it's not terrible either. It's supplemental to what we're doing at the moment. Which is fine. I might still take a look at this EEC as well. Or sorry, not the EEC, the EIG, rather. Doing good. Nice, nice. I do need to throw glowstone back on this storage bus right here. Yeah. And glowstone was the thing that was helping us make netherrack, I believe. With the Boldinator. I might have to restock this. Oh no, it's just... Dude, it's so fast. We probably didn't even need a quad for that. Oh well. Yeah, the Gleonia, yep, exactly. I don't know how well that's going to scale. I've actually never done a Thalmic Basis seed in an EIG. At least I don't think I have. So, but yeah, I think we are going to take a look at that. You know, it's topical. I think we'll do it right now, chat. 256 Gleonias, it makes like 300 per second. Damn. Yeah, see, it's... I think I've underestimated the EIG a lot. I was always disappointed by how it didn't interact well with IC2 crops. But you put the right thing in there, and I mean, you're scaling it up kind of like a... I mean, it's like a mega apiary, basically. Don't want to mess with your momentum? Do you have a favorite setup from Twist Space in the world so far? No big deal. Yeah, we're kind of at like an in-between spot. I do like the Eye of Wood a lot. Maybe not necessarily from an aesthetic standpoint, although we did kind of, you know, try to have some fun with it. This is the Eye of Sauron. The Eye of Wood, looking across over at Minas Tirith. Bit thematic over here. We're going a bit thematic. This, I know this needs a lot of work, chat. We're gonna make it look better. We're getting there. It looks a lot better than it did 2 weeks ago. Okay. We're finally getting like a vibe at least over here. Plasma power good to switch to an LUV. Honestly, like I used to like the whole plasma power thing, Lemonade. I don't know if I can recommend it these days. Honestly, you might be better just like scaling up nitrobenzene until you can get to Naquata-based fuel. I mean, what's the earliest that you can get into this chat? Is it like you can do it in an LUV fusion reactor? Yeah. People often say like, "Hey, no, just skip to Naquata fuel-based 3, like Mark 3." Was it? Yeah, it was a Mark 2 reactor. Yeah, so you can't do it till ZPM. I haven't done Mark 2 personally because I skipped to Mark 3 in like UV, UHV or whatever. So I don't know how good this is. I know a lot of people would recommend back nukes at the stage as well, right? Rexy's saying plasma over nitrobenzene though. No UV. Yeah, you would really have to scale up the nitrobenzene a lot. But I mean, LUV is when you get access to those XLGT turbines. So if you're gonna keep doing nitrobenzene, you know, you're meant to use a bunch of these, which we did do for a while. Fusion steam still usable, but just not till Stargate. Don't want to mess with vac nukes. Fair. Yeah. Yeah. LUV, ZPM are really the awkward stages with power for sure. Unfortunately, Kat and I really aren't gonna be able to demonstrate that in this world because we use Twist Space and we have this thing, the Lightning Spire, which is insane. Makes like 55 million EU per tick. And that's just one of them. So there's our hot dog chat. Beautiful. Nitrobenzene scales like garbage. I mean, it's very linear, right? No. linear, bulky. That said, we actually did want to, also the ammonia cost for nitrobenzene kind of sucks. Especially if you're trying to, you know, scale it up a bunch. Like you're using a whole lot of power to do that. Linear does not work when each power tier is full. Well, it works. It just works very badly. But yeah, point taken. Speaking of the XLs, I still need to make these right here and kind of fill out the space. I still need to make the Tower of Abstraction, chat. I still haven't done that. We're going to put 512 dragon eggs in each one of these. Completely unnecessary. Like, totally unnecessary for us, but... I might work on that on one of these streams. That just a, yeah, giant lightning rod, basically. Yeah, so it actually holds up to 512 normal HV lightning rods. So kind of like the Mega Apiary, it has like an input mode and output mode where you like actually insert the stuff. So right here, we've got 250 at the moment because that's all we need. Because any more would kind of be a waste for our current power throughput. We got 12 64 amp LUV dynamo hatches. We could add more. The limitation comes in with the number of hatches that your LSC has. So we're like close to maxing out. I think you could put like up to around 30 hatches on an LSC. So we're kind of getting close to that. But it's kind of a crazy problem to have. Now, when we get to ZPM with lasers, that's really going to solve a lot of things. Because then we won't be limited to 64 amps anymore. That's going to be nice. Yeah, you could check out Duck's video. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy lightning rod setup you can do. That looked really cool. All right, chat, let's industrial greenhouse going. Let's see. Shaped crafting recipes, EPM circuits, farming station. Do we even know how to make a farming station? Nope. We do not. Let's get that out. Oh god, all the India stuff. Chat, I'm still getting used to this. They look so weird. They look like they're from a different mod pack. Okay. Molecular assemblers. Pop those in. And we make this now. Aha. Sure can. Okay. What else do we need? Purple lamp. Oh, dude, I remembered there being like a bit of awkwardness to this. We're gonna need probably the LUV glass block. Yeah. Fertilized dirt. And then we have to place a block of water. Yeah. I've only made a couple of these before. It's coming back to me. All right, bit of a shaped crafting recipe there. How's the lightning rod powered? Just random thunderstorm. So with the lightning spire anyway, Boshin, obviously like Duck's thing is way different, but I think he was like figuring out a way to make it have a storm all the time or something. I forget exactly how that worked. But with our lightning spire from Twist Space, it just assumes that there's a lightning storm like whenever you need it. Like it doesn't have it to actually be thundering outside for it to actually work. Pretty nice. Can you use inverted? God, Rexy, I feel like I tried that one time and it didn't work. I have this like vague memory of having some problem with the lamps specifically. I mean, I would much rather have that, right? It's gonna look cooler. All right, there we go. Inverted purple lamp. Oh no. Right. Chat, we're having a problem where like the Project Red stuff doesn't appear in any eye. So I type in purple lamp and it's just okay, we're going with the normal lamp. Unless, hold on. Aha. We found it. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Inverted purple lamp, 8 of those. Oh, we're missing glowstone. Yeah. What goes around comes back around. In the wise words of Justin Timberlake. It's fixed in 2.8.1. I heard about something. Oh god, what were we talking about last night, Chad? There was some, or yesterday in general, there was some bad bug in 2.8.1, right? That people are currently having to deal with. Anybody know? Just a redstone torch, yeah, which makes sense. Okay, there we go. Oh, the fluid dissension terminals, yeah. Is that game breaking though? Or is that just annoying? Let's see. Clean stainless steel. Yep, perfect. Just annoying. Okay. If there is a .2 in the works that might come out relatively soon, Cat and I might wait for that. I don't know. We shall see. Let's see. Let's get a LUV energy hatch, I suppose. Maintenance. I assume we need maintenance. Input bus. No. Definitely output bus. Amy. Anything else? Oh, the glass. Right. Rhodium, plated, palladium. How much glass do we need? 32. Perfect. Okay. And yeah, I feel like this should go in the temple, like our main passive area. It's a 5x5 structure. Maybe just over here by the oil area. Yeah, you know. I don't think we're gonna ever expand this really, so should be fine there. Okay, we'll pop that 1, 2, 3 right there. Cut out a little hole like so. Hoping there'll be a 2.8.2. If there isn't, just moving to 2.9 dev. I've said this before. I really want to, like, you know, check out some 2.9 nightlies in the future. Have a little solo single player world. This multi-block does not support auto place and survival. You stupid son of a bee. All right. Let's see. Where do we want to put things? We'll put energy hatch kind of close by. What? So 2.9. There's a theme behind 2.9, and that is a multi-block overhaul. So I think a lot of the structures of current multi-blocks are going to be replaced or like modified. That's my understanding. Okay. Yeah, we'll just use this melodic alloy cable. Not a big deal. Boop, boop. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and get that going. Input, output. Put output bus right there. We'll put input bus right there. Oh, there's a cover on here. Chad, has anybody gotten used to the whole, like, having to shift right click when it comes to all the covers and stuff? I think I'm finally getting used to it. Felt a bit weird for a while. Yeah, and so they're kind of like, isn't there like a competition or something, chat? Or there's some kind of a... They're trying to incentivize people to submit designs. Which I think is a great way to go about it, for sure. Oh, I remember what I had to do, chat. Let's get a bucket of water. Bucket o' water. We don't have one? use water cell. And then you have to actually till the soil, which did not seem clear to me before. Where is my spade? We should go take a look at those sometime. I'll have to go find them. Yeah, you definitely have to till the soil. Okay. And then these are all air blocks, and then... Right, the glass just kind of wraps around. Yeah. I'm very curious to see how fast this goes. Just at like 1 amp LUV. Okay. And then clean stainless steel on the outside, and then the purple blocks go inside, but we only need 8 of them. What goes in the middle? Did I miscount? Oh, it is 9. Oh. Oops. No, not the, not the glowstone again. Oh. I should just leave this, Here's the problem, chat. If I leave this unwhitelisted, I feel like I'm going to forget it. Oh, God. Okay. Please. Thank you. I mean, we're about to solve the problem, right? Theoretically. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And then cover the top in clean stainless steel casing. Where's my building wand? Uh-huh. There we go. Did it form? It sure did. Nice. Okay. So now we got to make these Gleonia seeds. This is the thing that I put inside here, right? Surely. So very easy recipe. I guess the problem is going to be these azure bluets, which we can do mana infusion. Poppies. That's going to be a bit of a pain. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's do a recipe for this real quick. I want to go back and make sure my alchemy tower is working properly. Alchemy tower, circuit 1. Yep. And how many of these can we make? 3. Okay. 3. Great start. Great start. For reference, how far through the pack's progression? Yeah, we'll show you. What's up, Zydius guy? Zydius guy? What's up? We are in LUV right now. That is tier 6. So Kat and I have about like 1,500 hours combined in the pack, but we play at a slow pace. So you could easily get here yourself in, if you kind of know what you're doing, like 700-800 hours maybe. Just a ballpark guess. But yeah, so we are basically, you get, for reference, you get applied energistics in EV, beginning of EV. So we've had it for quite a while. EV and IV are often considered the infrastructure ages. It's kind of the place where you spend the most time kind of fleshing out your setups, making sure you have a bunch of passive things. You build so many multi-blocks. So these are like all of our passive stuff. You have to do like a couple chemical like processing lines as well. And then these are all auto crafting multis. So you spend a whole lot of time, especially in the IV age. So we recently got to LUV a couple weeks ago, and we've been working on Netherite Line, which is another processing line. And then we're able to do fusion. So we're about to make a fusion ring pretty soon. It's pretty awesome. Go out, grab some bluets. Yeah, bone meal some of the 2 tall flower. Oh, that's, that's true. Okay. What can we... What's a 2 tall flower that we can use to do this? Let's see. And like, I don't know if you can get any of... Like, you can't get allium that way, right? Rosebush, lilac, peony. Okay. You'd have to go pretty far. Yeah, so peony is like the closest one, right? Yeah. Yo, Incubo TV, what's up? Thank you so much. Yo, how was your stream? You're still playing GTNH, right? I think we've talked before about that. What What were y'all getting into today? Hope you had a good stream. You're just joining us, by the way. We've been trying to solve a glowstone dust problem for the past hour or so. Trying to do different things. We just got a Twilight Wraith from the Twilight Forest, which is good inside of an EEC later game. Honestly, not great at the moment. It's 1 glowstone dust per second, which is kind of not cutting it for us. And we have a really big demand for glowstone because of the Netherite line. So this line right here needs a ton of netherrack. And in the Boldinator, you use glowstone dust. If I can find the recipe. Right there. Yeah, circuit 6. 1 glowstone dust equals 1 netherrack. So 16 ABS wall shared in a donut. That sounds really cool, actually. We recently, this was my first time ever doing Universal. So we've got, I think this is 20 ABS. And we've got like it is this version of Universal where you just use like the storage cells and item conduit from Inter.io. It works decently well. There's a couple flaws with it. Sometimes it'll try to use the same quad, you know, like 2 times in a row, even though I have round robin enabled here. Don't really know what's going on with that, but yep, we are actually working on the Gleonia right now. That's a very great suggestion. And I think we're going to have much better success with that. So we were just setting up our EIG down here. Just got it going. So all we need now is the Azure Bluets. So we were trying to figure out like the best way to get this. And I think it's going to be to take one of these peonies and bone meal. And then just like kind of go through the alchemy catalyst mana infusion line. How often are you actually checking things off the quest then? In our first playthrough that we streamed Zydius, we actually did quest master. So we like went and like did literally every single quest in each chapter before moving on to the next one. I don't really recommend that for people, but you know, there's some rewards that are way more useful than others. You just kind of have to feel it out to a degree. This quest book is really, really good though. It's a very good guide. Yeah, they start getting really slow in Ivy, like Rexy says. Exactly. Try bone mealing the single tall flowers, they just waste bone meal for some. Yeah. I think that's just like a older version of Minecraft thing, Rexy. Like, I think you can do that to single flowers in later versions of Minecraft. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, chat. But not in this version. Let's see. Do we have a peony? Something tells me we don't, but let me go check our old little storage system over here. Just double check. And chat, normally when Kat and I are both streaming together, we like don't have to take a break because one person will go away, the other person's still around. I probably will take a break at the top of the hour just to kind of rest my voice for a minute and maybe grab a little bite to eat or something. Yeah, no peonies. Oh, that's not true in later versions of vanilla either? Okay. That's good to know. Chat, where are we going to get a peony? Or do we have to... Well, I guess we could get a rose bush, right? Which is just these rows. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We might be able to just craft it like this. Yeah. Let me see if we just have these roses first of all. I think we do. Yeah, they're... Wait. Is that the wrong rose? Wait. Hold on. That's the wrong rose. Of course. Of course. Okay, what's the next one? Lilac. Sunflower. Oxy daisy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do we have any of these? Aha. Sunflower. Oh, rosebush. Even better. Easy. Okay. Gotta go find my... This is our Botania area. By the way, I don't know if all of y'all saw it, but we did do the new multi-block a couple weeks ago. The synthetic Alvin gateway. This works great. You literally just put any interface in this thing. You put your recipes right there. It does input and output automatically. You just have to provide it with mana via Spark. So that was kind of our biggest challenge with this thing, but works great. That was the new 2.8 multi-block. I kind of made this house look a little bit nice to kind of designate our Botania area. Roses from EFR, which, why does that? I don't know. That's a great question. Single block flowers are only renewable through bone mealing grass blocks. Okay, yeah. I might have used up our only alchemy catalyst. Yeah, I don't think we have one anymore. Okay. That's fine. Go over to Thaumcraft real quick. Let's fix this. I do have a little bit of recipe space. We'll put it in there. Then alchemy catalyst. Craft. Good. Let's go back down here. There's our catalyst. And I know that there is, oh, hold on one second. Oh god, what's my button to deactivate the magnet? Oh no, I forgot. Y, that's right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know there's like the new mana pools in 2.8. I still haven't messed with those yet. I'm curious about them, but... Okay, so I should just be able to... Oh, hello. Just be able to drop this in here, right? Yeah, there we go. Peony. Bone meal. Give me bone meal. Lots of bone meal. How many GTNH playthroughs? So Kat and I first started playing, I want to say in like 2020 or 2021. I don't quite remember. It was like 2.1 when 2.1 was out. Maybe it wasn't that far away, but we played to HV and then quit because I just didn't have the right mindset. Like I think I tried to rush to the rocket in HV, but then we just didn't have like proper infrastructure to handle going any further than that. And then yeah, I mean it's kind of sad because we were so close to getting applied energistics as well. But yeah, I just kind of dropped the ball. She wasn't really gregging at all. She was just kind of like doing she was doing the bees. And then we did a playthrough all the way to ZPM. We got really far, up to the point where we needed to make Americium, and we needed Lutetium. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. Lutetium, that was a hard get at the time. And we were trying to get the bee, but we were so far behind on bees, it didn't work out. And then we stopped playing for a little while, and then Kat started this channel, and she was just trying to like do some cozy games like Stardew Valley. There was another one, I can't remember. Then she was just like, hey, we should play Minecraft together. I was like, okay. And she's like, you want to give GTNH another try? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. I'm pretty sure that's how the conversation went down. So then we started playing again. It was like April of 2024. That's when we started streaming. And we went all the way to UXV. Very, very close. But that world ended up kind of being a mess in the end. There were a lot of things that I would do differently around like the UXV age. We were just short of getting UXV coal, but yeah. Really, really love that world though. We called it Neo Tokyo because it had kind of like a, you know, Japanese aesthetic vibe. All right, here we go. I don't even know if we have the power to support 256 of these, but I mean, we're gonna do it anyway. Okay. We'll put some away for later. There we go. And I'm going to assume we have the mana to do this. I don't actually know that. Is there a better way to do this, chat? Feels so slow. Holding Q. I'm holding Q. It's not doing anything. I mean, I could just keep doing that. Oh. Wait, we had something good going there. I don't know what happened. I just start doing like shift Q. Outside of your inventory? Oh. Oh. Wow. Thank you. That's much better. Amazing. Oh, it doesn't replace the item in your hand. There we go. Load more peonies. Huh? God, the way I was doing it was going to be like insufferably slow, chat. Oh, did the three we requested make anyway? Let me... I need to clear this out. I need to cleanse my palate. There we go. Leonia. Okay, they did make. Good. It really is satisfying. Yeah. I hope everybody knows how to do that because it's such a better way to use these pins, in my opinion. All right, there we go. Hopefully 256 will be good enough for a while. Nephew getting sleepy causing chaos. Your nephew sounds like a handful. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. There we go. Catch up on what we've been doing. We're trying to get the these Gleonia seeds for glowstone in an extreme industrial greenhouse. So we should be able to make plenty of these now. 253. Does seem to be working. Thermal pads take way to... Oh, yep. Dirch. Yep. This is... when Kat and I played Neo Tokyo, we discovered one of our classic sayings that we started adopting and telling other people. You think you have enough cotton? You don't. Because it really hits you. You think you're done with cotton before you get to the thermal padding, and then you get to that, and you're like, oh, God. What the hell, man? There we go. 4 per second. Not bad. When you clear a pin, sometimes it'll force your terminal to search previous turn. I have not had that happen. You have tier 2 rocket, no clothes. Well, thankfully, Dirch, I think that is the last time that you need a lot of cotton. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, dude, it's, I think, oh, I'm trying to remember how much cotton. I mean, it's thousands of cotton, right? Even if you, and that's assuming that you use the special assembler recipes for it. All right, chat, we got our 256 Gleonia. Go pop them in. Let's see how this thing does. Should probably make a sign. Let's see. Yeah, make some more signs. How do you spell this? Glieonia. God, every year that goes by in my life, I type worse. And I don't feel like I'm doing any less typing. I don't know I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening. Any theories? Olge. I guess that's a theory. Dolge. All right. Grab some of these pins. Can you drag items? I don't think so, Rexy. I think I did try that. I think you can copy and paste though. Yeah. All right. So we need to make sure that we are in. Get our screwdriver out. Make sure we are in input mode. Boom. Those should disappear. Okay. Then we go into operational mode. Oh, I should totally hook up. Oh god, we got a blood moon. Yeah, I really need to hook up AE2 to this. We have a wireless hub nearby? Yeah. $30 channels. Okay, right. So that's less than half. Okay. Okay. That should be online now, yeah. No water. Huh? Oh. I suppose we can do that. I think they all have to go on the outside, right, chat? Anything, any casing except inner bottom. Oddly specific. Maybe we could put it like right here. Yeah. Oh, 155 a second. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Chat, y'all were right. That's an insane difference. And there's no reason we can't like scale this up. I mean, this should scale up really well into the end game, right? Like actually, I never like why would I actually use that Twilight Wraith? Who told me that on the Discord? It wasn't our Discord, it was the GTNH Discord. 13 million a day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Feels weird to do, but I think I'm actually gonna have to like level limit this. I don't want all of our drives filling up with it. Eventually I won't have to worry about that, but let's get a controller cover. And a little bit of Fluix. We'll do glowstone. Let's say like 10 million. Levels are below. Yeah. All right. That was actually not too difficult to do. Hey, Fire Shadow, what's up? What's happening? We just got our first extreme industrial greenhouse going. Glowstone dust is solved. Oh man, that's nice. So much so that I think we're going to go back and just change this EIC back to the other one. Let's put the jolt back in there. There we go. EEC has perfect overclocks. You know, yeah. So there might be a certain threshold, yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I remembered that the EIC has perfect overclocks. Or sorry, the EEC. Yeah, supports perfect overclock. First late game NH stream I've seen ever, so I'm prepared to be terrified. Honestly, you say late game, this is still mid game by many people's standards. Chat, what's the age where you start to really get into late game? Would you say it's like UHV, UV, UHV, UEV? We're currently in LUV right here. UHV, yeah. No, why no diamond spike? Honestly, I just hadn't bothered yet. Oh, we have one down here in this one. Looting 3. I think you can get looting 4 on here, right? How do you keep track of all the stuff? Well, preferably you play with other people who are also helping you keep track of things. So at least I'm normally playing with Kat. If you haven't been to our stream normally, I'm normally playing with my wife, Kat. She wasn't feeling well today, so she's not with us, but normally she's on here. We're both working together. How do you enchant them? I'm pretty sure you just put them in the anvil dirge. Yeah. I don't remember doing anything special to enchant them. It was straightforward as far as I remember. And yeah, that's true, like AE2, but I mean, even then, like, a lot of times you'll set up a passive process and then you'll be like, wait, where was I doing that again? You know, or you'll come down here to, dude, I'm just gonna, we're red wrenching. We have mobs turned off. It doesn't even matter. Like Flatline, you might come down here, or like, you know, Cat did all Flatline, so I come down here. Sometimes I'm like, wait, how did this work? Why are our drives all full? You know, questions like that. How long has Flatline not been working? You know, they're all good questions. I'm glad I came down here. Yeah, we'll get some drives over here. How's Monoline doing? Okay, that one's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over to like 1024 drives. Let's get a MEIO port, and just be able to pop that down there. Oh, welcome back from the ads, by the way. Gonna go ahead and sit down here, and then probably take a break in just a minute. The hyper acceleration cards. Wait, are those the new cards, or there's 3 different types of acceleration cards right now? Or now, right? Do you mean the super luminal? Oh, just these. Yeah, so these got added in 2.8, I think. Yeah. These are supposed to be really crazy. Kind of necessary when you're dealing with, like, you know, Eye of Harmony type items. You know, item rates at that point. Actually, wait, when do you get dilithium? You're able to make these sooner than I would have thought. Okay. Yeah. If you pronounce all the letters and then it becomes Mayo Port. The Mayo Port. You know what? I kind of like that. From now on, chat. Tier 9. Yeah, close enough. All right. Well, we are waiting on these drives. Chat, while we are waiting, I am going to take us on a quick break. Gonna rest my voice for a second. Go get a bite to eat. And I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. I'll try to keep it quick. But see you all soon. All right. We are back. Went and checked on Cat. She is sound asleep. Thankfully. She needs it. All right. Let's grab a couple of these out. I made a bunch of acceleration cards. Okay, good. Yeah, when can we make the hyper acceleration? LuV World Accelerator? Oh, Mysterious Crystal. Yeah, we don't have this yet. Where's that Mysterious Crystal ore? No. When do you find the Mysterious Crystals? Oh, I don't remember. Is it like UV or something? She feeling okay? Yeah, she is, she, like, her kind of, like, chronic health stuff, kind of, you know, it pops in and out. You just never know when it's going to happen. So she was literally up until 9 in the morning. Like, she started sleeping about 8:30 or 9. So, no sleep. And I was just like, look, you need to... She was going to try to stream. I was like, you need to just go rest, please. Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to stream. You make my life easier by us being able to stream together. Streaming solo is way harder, but let's see. I want this one to drain first. Mysterial Christus. Yeah, okay. Enceladus. Oh, I think that's tier 5. Yeah, tier 5. So, yeah, tier 5 rockets, that is LuV, isn't it? Yeah. Right there, which need europium. So, which requires fusion, which requires Netherite Line. So, we're getting there. Yeah, fusion and europium is really going to unlock a ton of stuff for us. Crystal chips, which I needed crystal chips for something. Was it something magic related? Oh god, I don't remember anymore. Or was it? Oh, it was Gendistry. Right. Yeah, good call. Okay. Almost done here. Go ahead and pop the rest of these in here. Wait for that to go down. Pop these other 6 in here, and then we can just kind of leave this. Netherite in 1.7, I know. I love the new updates so much. All the future stuff. All right. There we go. We're actually making stuff again, chat. Wow. How is our osmium doing? Okay. 15k. I think it's not been running for quite some time. Yeah. We've got a lot of osmium combs. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I remember. Okay, this was the one thing that wasn't running last time when I came here. Was like 2 days ago when I was checking up on things. Phthalic acid had not been running for quite some time. Yeah, we need to upgrade phthalic very soon. $433. Yeah, we're a little bit behind, you know. I think it was already producing them quicker than we could process them, right? But yeah, no phthalic acid, very bad time. By the way, chat, that's going to be a running theme. Phthalic acid for processing combs continues to be an issue like crazy. Like, you just need so much, I guess it depends on what method you use. I think the 1,2-dimethylbenzene method ends up being better in the long run. My understanding. So you need a lot of 1,2-dimethylbenzene. So you end up just like, and I think right now we're voiding benzene just to make enough 1,2. Like, let me go Check on that real quick. Oh yeah, fire. I love that too. When the machine is on. I should really put a dual interface on this. Okay. Should have enough channels. Yeah, so stop voiding that. Start voiding benzene. Okay. Which is fine, honestly, because we don't really use a lot of benzene in the base anymore. And then same thing here. Like our 1-2 is fine right now, but I could see this being a problem in the future. Okay, that's set correctly. And so is that. Okay, okay. But yeah, we've had a lot of people be like, oh, hey, you could share these Cooper nickel coil blocks between the LCRs. And my response is, yeah, but then you can't see them light up anymore, right? I actually love having them on the top like this now. Vaguely try to make my own textures for the game. So if I don't have to do that through Optifine MC Patcher anymore, that'd be really nice. Yeah, I've messed in that world a little bit. That's definitely beyond my understanding for the most part, though. How does mining work? That's a really good question. So, resource acquisition can come from a lot of different places at this point in the game. So we get quite a bit of resource acquisition from bees, actually. Forestry bees. Depending on what material we need, it's like sulfur, osmium, lapitron, salt, DOB, which produces like a lot of various materials. So a lot of things we get from bees. Some things we get from crops as well. Diffuser-san, thank you for the follow. So we get like sugar over here. Yellowstone lily, which we process blackstone lily. This is like for liquid mana. But then we have this. Blood magic meteors. So we've got so you can put this like on different planets as well, which we do sometimes. Sneeze time. Hold on. Oh, false alarm. But yeah, you can put these miners on different planets as well. Oh, glad I came up here, by the way. But we have one sitting right here because we like to summon meteors over here on a regular basis. Let me get an HV sensor, I think it is. No. What is it? Matter replicator? Or matter fabricator. That's it. So depending on which item you put in here, you get different meteors with different ores. And this uses blood magic blood. It's kind of an involved process, to a degree. Yeah, 3 maintenance issues, yeah. Well, because I think the way I have that configured, that thing runs all the time, even when it's not mining anything, which is, you know, I'm not going to say that that's a good idea to do, but, you know. Okay, we're just making some circuits here. Shouldn't take long. But yeah, if I hit U over this, the uses. Yeah, so this gives you all of these different meteors, or these different ores. So I'm going for sphalerite galena, because we need a lot of that for indium still. Indium's kind of still a big problem. All those buildings look awesome. Yeah, thank you. I spent a lot of time over here trying to make this look good. This is our magic district. I'm very happy with how it turned out. There we go. We come up here. I've got a little jar of, what is this, chat? Something in there that like makes the meteor radius 2 larger, which actually ends up being like a pretty significant increase in the yield of the ores. But we activate that. We run away because the meteor will kill you. And then it lands on this, what do you call this, chat? Like a warded glass block from Thaumcraft. And then this miner will start to go to town. And there it goes. Yeah, blood magic meteors are really, really nice because it means you don't have to go set up a, like, I don't have to set this up every single time I want to go mine somewhere. You just select what you want to mine. A lot of people will not get into this though because it is a lot of magic. So you got to do a lot of Thaumcraft stuff. Lots of Thaumcraft. You got to get into a lot of blood magic too. Orbis Terrae. Yep. That is the one. All right. So we got our glowstone problem fixed. I think I need to go whitelist this back over here again. What's our glowstone sitting at? 200k already. That's so good. I am a happy baby boy. Having that fixed. And then a Emboldenator should be running again. Yep. Nice. Why is only one of them running though? Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh, I didn't even check to see if this was running because we built this earlier. Yep. Our Isomil grinding stone. Now running really well. I say really well. I mean, this is still kind of slow, but it works. Yeah, flotation's still not running. I think that's being bottlenecked by this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It has perfect overclocks. What, the Isomil? Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? Huh. And the flotation cell too. Oh, okay. That's really good. Okay, so maybe we should be double hatching these then. Is she double hatching the flotation cell? She is. Okay. I'm gonna leave it for now, but that's very good to keep in mind. We probably will want to double hatch that eventually. Oh yeah, how's our maintenance doing here? Okay, we're doing fine here. Or should we just go ahead and do it now? I don't know if I really want to worry about it when we're still getting bottlenecked by this thing. Like the nether semi-fluid. Kind of no point in upgrading those for now. Oh yeah, chat. We got rhodium fixed earlier in the main network. So we're always getting rhodium ingots made. Let's focus on this little bit right here. So it's like this little bit of the netherite line. This is the part that we were going to do anyway. Whether Cat was here or not. So yeah, the hellish metal. We're getting nether shards from an EEC with the zombie pigman in the nether. We need block of rhodium. There is the thaumium ingot as well. We actually might have to level maintain that too eventually. Now, I think we'll be able to take these off of level maintaining eventually as well, because we will have that nether interface that is going to give us straight up molten hellish metal. And we'll definitely be relying on that, I think, over the arcane infusion. The thaumium is fully recycled. Is it? I missed that. Oh yeah, molten thaumium. 32 liters per 144. And it's 1296. Does that come out to 288? 1296 by 144. I mean, I think so. That's 9. 9 times 32 is 288. Okay, yeah. Thank you for the napkin master on the fly, Rexy. Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about what we were going to do with that either. Hmm. So then we probably need to send that to just like probably just a single block fluid solidifier, honestly. Do we have an IV? Ah, we do. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and kind of set that up. We're not really going to be able to reap the benefits of that until Cat finishes this other part of the line, but yeah, we can go ahead and set things up though. Just thinking about where I want this. I almost kind of just want to stick it down here. Oh. Oh, we already had the level maintainer. I didn't even realize. I think we're just gonna do one at a time. I think about where we have power to. Nah, I don't think I wanted to put it there. Maybe we do just put it right here. That's fine. Get a little Fluix cable. And we'll need access to 2 different sides. So I think fluid storage bus, right? We'll just have it go directly into this machine. Insert only. Molten thaumium. And then we'll get an ingot mold. Go back to our old reliable fluid extractor. Can you use the forming press? I thought about looking into whether there's a better way. Request them on demand. Yeah. Yeah, but then you have to have like a non-consumable mold already in there. It's like, ugh. Ugh. I don't know if I want dedicated hatches just for that, right? Okay, so that's LUV power, so we need insane transformer. LUV to IV. Yes. Oop. Little melodic alloy cable. And like that. Right? Input LUV. Yeah. Oh. Actually, you know what? Let's do this on the other side. And we're going to eject at the top here. So I need an ME interface as well. Put that right there. Then fluid storage bus. Insert only. Molten thaumium. Yep. Down here. Do we have enough channels on this? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay. So, yeah, again, we can't really test this right now, but this theoretically should work. Molten thaumium loop. Call it that. There we go. Make sure this is getting power. Yep. Sweet. All this block placing made my fingers start to fall asleep. I mean, that's GTNH in a nutshell, right? Okay, so this does need 2 thaumium ingots to kind of jumpstart it. And to be honest, we should probably just like keep a stack in here. Oh, it looks like we're... Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I want it supplied. I don't think I want it supplied from the main network. I think we just keep a stack in here passively, and then it's fine. But this is still not crafting. I think that's because we don't have the compressor up. So I think that is the one other multi that I will make in here today. If we can find compressor block of road. Wait. God, I forget how big the compressor is, dude. That's insane. I mean, part of me wonders whether we should even make the multi for this purpose, but I don't know. I guess we'll just do it. Oh, now I figure out the hard part of the roof. Oh, you're talking about your own block placing. I got you. Dude, roofs. I was trying to work on the roof of the kitchen on Gotta Run for Cat yesterday because I knew that she wouldn't want to do it because nobody wants to do roofs. Everybody hates roofs. I gotta figure out something for this roof. Speaking of. I don't even know, dude. I think I'm gonna need to put like another, like 2 back towers to kind of balance this building as well. Like on these other 2 corners, but I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but we'll make it. We'll make it. All blocks we're gonna need. Bunch of this garbage, this garbage. Do we need... I assume that the tiered glass... Actually, does the tier of the glass even matter? I actually don't even know if it does. Compression pipe casing. What? How do we not have a recipe for that? Okay. What about this casing? No? Okay. Take a short break, be back in a bit. Sounds good. Okay. Give me like 2 stacks of this. Also 2 stacks of this. Anything else big that we need? Not really. Doesn't need a muffler hatch, does it? Maintenance, energy, input, output. Okay. Actually, totally do stocking, I think. Are we gonna want to? We'll probably want to level limit this as well. Honestly, yeah. We don't want many of these blocks sitting around. So controller cover. Let's get a maintenance hatch. Let's get LUV energy because that's what we're mainly using around here. I think that's everything. You could do a recipe. We could. It's just like I didn't want multiple, like then I need to like put multiple crafting storage. It's like, oh god, now we're starting to like go down a big level maintaining rabbit hole that I don't want to go down for, you know, Principled reasons? I have no idea. Okay. Let's pop that right there. Get rid of all this placeholder casing. Put the basalt back there. There we go. It wants borosilicate. We'll give it borosilicate. I don't care. How many is that going to be? Like 12. Okay. I know I can, like, I need to expand the limit on this thing again. It's like a config. I haven't gotten around to yet. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. And we can put the casings. Oh, that's right. They have to go on, like, on the side. Ugh. Okay. Energy hatches any electric compressor casing. Electric compressor casing. Any of the stuff on the bottom. And then the other stuff has to go in the pipe casings. Okay, okay, okay. It's been a while since I built one of these, chat. I mean, these were not really, like, you know, in our previous playthrough, Neo Tokyo, like, I barely messed with this multi, honestly. Okay, let's fill in the holes. Oh, I have what? Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think we've just been electrolyzing borax dust from the salt bees all this time. I think that's mainly where it's from. Yeah, dude, this is a nice position to be in, right? Now maybe we have been getting some from Eye of Wood as well. No, I don't think so. Yeah, probably just borax dust, which is awesome. Okay. So is it any pipe casing? Guess maybe we'll do it on the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it over here. So stocking, input bus, and then output bus. And then the maintenance hatch can just go right here. And then LUV could just go right there. Yeah. Cool. Let's get some Fluix cable, and then we're going to... That's where our level emitter is going to go, right here. Oh. Right there. Get a machine controller cover on there. And then hook this up. Try to not make this look cringe. Something like that. Go ahead and bind that up. There we go. Beautiful. You have 6K. That sounds kind of low. Wait, that sounds kind of low. Wait, what voltage age are you, Rexy? That sounds pretty low. Okay. Basalt. Okay, let's just get some power to this, and then we should be good to go. Then I can configure the hatches. We'll be in good shape. Let's get a ludicrous voltage, or ludicrous transformer, and then melodic cable, or LUV cable. Oops. There we go. Perfect. UV. That is pretty low. Are you okay? All right. That's problems. We'll do maintenance, then do a little configuration on here. I guess I'll go ahead and set the level maintainer as well. So that's going to be blocks of rhodium. And honestly, I think just like, I don't know, 10 or something. Is that when levels are below limit? Right. There we go. And then stocking input bus, that's just rhodium, right? There we go. Oh, it made 56. Wow. Okay. Well, that works. Was the multi overkill for this? Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Most assuredly, actually. Here's the question. Oh. Oh. I might need world accelerators on these. Not sure, but there it goes, chat. Nice. Oh. Look at that. Boom. Block of hellish metal. Oh, I'm so glad that just worked. I hadn't messed with that arcane infusion thing in like 2 weeks. I didn't even know if it worked or not. That's awesome. So, I mean, what is left? We will need a fluid extractor that goes over here, I think, yeah, to get the molten hellish metal. We have to fluid extract those blocks. And then, right, we need the chem bath for this part. Yeah, chemical bath and then macerator. That's 2 of those. And then, yeah, I've got an EBF quad here. The intensely bonded netherite nanoparticles. That's where the block of hellish metal comes in. Molten hellish metal, yep. And then apparently netherite comb is really good for this. You need quite a bit, but hellish temperature requires block of hellish metal as foundation. Okay, maybe we should grab one of these. Okay. Get demonic and diamond. I mean, we could totally do that right now. Why not? Fusion mishap at 8 stability. Icorium capped Icor cloth wand. Might want to spam more stability in the altar. Yeah, where were we with this? The abacus. Get that out. I mean, total stability booster 9, and I think we only needed like 1 for this. Shouldn't 9 be enough? Also, I mean, I see what you're saying, though. Yeah. I mean, I can get more ancient cobblestone. Not a big deal. I'm sure there's something better I could use as well, but... you might as well. Thank you for your word of warning. I mean, maybe we should make that wand better as well. I know that affects things. Would the world accelerators affect that? I don't know. Interesting thought. But yeah, we'll go ahead and place more of this, just because we can. See what our stability is after this. I'm so used to the ancient cobblestone because it's so cheap early on. Literally just stone and some Thaumcraft shards. Okay. Like we can go down 1 more. What is this? What the hell, ancient cobblestone? Doesn't it kind of look like the old cobblestone from like really early days Minecraft? But yeah, we're using it as a infusion stabilizer. So we were at 9. Oh, now we're at 28. Chat. Okay, look, that should be that should be plenty, right? I would hope so. It's so cheap. I mean, yeah, that was just like 2 stacks and 9 to 28. Like it's kind of like a no-brainer. Dumb caveman way of fixing the problem. Old texture from an early version. Yeah, back in the alpha days, chat. Who was around for alpha Minecraft? Is that literally the texture? Yeah. It's been so long. Alrighty. Let's go do a little bee breeding. Little bee breeding. Diamond. Pristine. Ender Princess. Yeah. Turn extract back on. Is that gonna... Okay, good. It is gonna kill me, but that's fine. And then we'll need a demonic. Demonic drone, yeah. Texture was updated in beta 1.7. Lasted all the way. Oh, right. Yeah, it did get updated a second time. That's right. True. Oh, too cold. Of course. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, just hellish temperature. Okay, so we should be able to find like a biome potion for this. And then I'm pretty sure, yeah, it requires hellish arid anyway. So we'll use that same biome in the industrial apiary that we use for it. And there we go. Let me see. Let me look up good old GTNH biome wiki page. Sorry, flash bomb chat. Hellish / arid. The hell biome. Well, that checks out. Oh yeah, I think I use boneyard pretty frequently. Okay. Okay, good enough. Put those back. Delete all these drones. Not the demonic though. There we go. Okay. Grab an apiary. And the matting frames of frenzy. Okay. I think I already have a boneyard somewhere. Don't I? We'll need a new one anyway. Yeah. Let's do one right there. Okay, boneyard. Wasteland? Aha. Easy. And put that stuff back. We do have everything that we need here. Okay, then the page after that. Gunpowder, glass bottle. Oh, and dude. Triple? Are we gonna get a triple this time, chat? Triple potion. Let's go. Come on. It's never gonna happen, is it? We unlocked the ability to get triples. So my understanding, Bigfoot, is you don't need the Mandrake root. But you know, it'd be really funny is if that like actually affected the like was the difference maker in that. We could try with Mandrake root next time. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything. Started 3 on the regular the last couple days. Did you try with and without? And notice a difference or something? Diamonds hurt your witchery XP gain. What? What kind of nonsense is that? My understanding is that you're supposed to be able to get it without the Mandrake, but yeah, who knows? Right here. Yep. Perfect. Oh, I need oops. Block of hellish metal underneath. Yep. Pop those in there. Let's make sure that we have everything else that we need, chat. Hellish temperature, block of hellish metals foundation. That should be it. There we go. Oh god. Sky obstructed. Oh, the sky is obstructed. Oh shit. Fix it in post. Too dry, too hot, no flowers, no maiden. Let's see. Too dry first. Diamonds make your bottles use more of the brew. Using a diamond means you'll only ever get one? What am I supposed to use instead? Interesting. Diamond plus 2 capacity. What the quest page says. Substitute another star for plus 4 capacity in place of the Tear of the Goddess and Diamond Vapor. Oh, that's kind of cool. Actually, that would be... I hate making these. That actually sounds really good. Type out my recipe once I'm in game. Oh, that sounds good. And no rush, thank you. Haven't tried those at all? Order this? Wait, haven't tried what? Oh, hey. It's Cat from catscozygames. That was not me, chat. Hi, Cat. Was this a 2.8 recipe? I don't remember. Yeah, see, I don't remember seeing that either. Hope you're able to get some sleep. We miss you, Cat. They added more information. You started using those stars in 2.7. Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, I'd never read that full quest page before either, so maybe that's been there for a while. Why are silverwood trees and the saplings so elusive? Can you can you use coins to just get that one instead? I don't know if you have access to this quest or not. S2. But look in your coins quest and see if you can do the magical saplings quest or not. What is a cozy games without a cat? I agree. I agree. Figured that quest was locked behind the first frame. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I had a feeling it wasn't, but I wasn't sure. No flower. What flower do you want, dude? Hold on. Oh, Cat, we got the arcane fusion part of Netherite line done, by the way. Check it out, check it out. Well, it looks exactly the same, but but it actually works now. So it's making 1 block of hellish metal every time it needs one. But and I did build the other dual ISA grinding mill over here. But other than that, like I tried to leave the rest to you because I didn't want to steal your thunder. So we actually had a big glowstone problem. So I went trying to figure out like different ways to get glowstone. And in the end, thanks to chat, we ended up doing the Extreme Industrial Greenhouse Gleonia seed. 155 per second. Not too bad. Yeah, no. I exactly, Kat. I knew you were looking forward to it, so I did not want to steal your thunder. But yeah, 155 glowstone. And glowstone is what we're using to make the netherrack in the Boldinator. So that's why our glowstone was like depleting constantly. But now it's not even running. The big bottleneck is now the vacuum freezer, the semi-fluid. So we're going to have to make a mega vacuum freezer downstairs, almost certainly, which shouldn't be difficult, you know, but it will be power hungry. The only thing. Yeah, we did discuss that last time we were here. No. You do Netherwart, Tear of the Goddess, unfortunately. Nether Star. I think you could skip the Tear of the Goddess too, though. According to the quest book. Glowstone, Blaze Rod, Biome Page, Gunpowder. Wait. So you're just skipping the diamond completely? Like, there's no substitute for that? The Nether Star is supposed to be in place of the Tear of the Goddess and the Diamond Vapor. Okay. That's so weird, though. It doesn't say it replaces the diamond. It says it replaces these two. But the quest book could be misleading in that regard. I mean, if it replaces the diamond as well, couldn't you just do Netherwart, Nether Star, Glowstone Blaze? Like, couldn't you skip the Tear of the Goddess as well? Nether. Oh. I need some, soul sand. Nether wart. Here we go. Wait. Oh. It's like, where'd my bee go? There we go. Nice. Constantly learning new things. Very true. And diamond heavily reduces the amount of brew you would get. Like, who would have thought that that would be the case? Capacities. You can pretty much mix and match any of those, but you need so many points for the plus range and potion itself. Okay. Hey, chat, look. Netherite. Wow. Let me... Actually, we're probably going to have to replicate it in here. Is this one... Oh, yeah, this is one. This one's like icy. Okay. Ah! I wasn't expecting that. No, you're a good cat. Take care of yourself. We all hope you feel better very soon. I did leave things open just in case you were feeling better, but yeah. Okay. Let me get a little bit of conduit on here. Raid incoming. What? Also, are ads coming in a minute? It's 2:40 p. Oh, right, because I started the stream early. Dude, I'm off kilter now, chat. Let's see. Let's insert there. That should work fine. Yeah, so this netherite bee is supposedly supposed to really help. Or like doubles the nanoparticles you get. You need 32. So we should probably work on making industrial apiary. Let's do that real quick. Oh my gosh, you weren't kidding, DJ. Yo, Potato, what's up? Free TP crew, how are we doing? We got a explosive bee on our hands here. We just made the netherite bee for the netherite line. Yo, Joel, have a good stream? How's it going? Random Potato 10. All of y'all are following Random Potato. Just in case you aren't, though. Be sure to go follow Random Potato. There is catscozygames, the cat herself. She was under the weather today. Had a bit of a flare, so also got 1 hour sleep. So we're letting her off the hook today. Normally she's with us though, and streaming in this world as well. We came back over to DoubleHelix, by the way. This is our LuV world, and I'll show y'all real quick. For those who are not as familiar with our world, it's been like 2 weeks since we were last here. I've been working on this nether fortress for the Netherite line. Still a work in progress. You know, that's a lot of nether brick. I do want to like shake it up some. But yeah, back on DoubleHelix. Yep. We're gonna jump back and forth between that and Gata, but yeah, we were in the middle of the Netherite line. Let me show y'all. Yeah, LuV. Honestly, probably gonna finish this next time Cat's on. So we just got the hellish metal. So you actually have to use arcane infusion to get hellish metal. There's another recipe, but it's not as good as the arcane infusion. So we have arcane infusion automated over here just for this one recipe alone. Yeah, Toby, thank you for the follow. Been a while since I've seen this world. Yeah, dude. Yeah, 2 weeks for us. Felt like an eternity though. But yeah, we've done a lot of this. We got the isomill grinding machine, that part, the flotation cell, the oil cracker, distillation tower. We got a lot of pieces of this puzzle here. So this will be done very soon. And for those who don't know, like Netherite Line used to not be in the game, used to not be part of GTNH until the Et Futura mod, which brought back like a bunch of modern Minecraft blocks like ancient debris, right? So now we have ancient debris, and then you put it through this line here, and you get dense netherite plate. Dense netherite is now needed for the fusion control computer. So you need 1 dense netherite plate for this. And fusion is kind of the thing that unlocks the rest of LuV. Helps you get especially europium. Europium's a really big thing here, which allows you to get a tier 5 rocket. You can get crystal chips, and you can get into circuit assembly lines, crystal processors. Of course, we're playing with twist space here. So, there's going to be a bit of a twist to things, including this right here, the nether interface. So this thing right here, big old Gregtech nether portal, basically, which you can light up. And this, once you get netherite, so you need netherite for that and for these casings as well. But you get that, and then look at this. You get all this stuff just from distilled water. It's actually kind of stupid funny. Including the molten hellish metal. So it kind of does invalidate some of this stuff a little bit quickly after building it, but you know what? Big old Gregtech nether portal. I'm looking forward to it. That's cheating. What's up, game kids? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, listen, it's twist space, right? What byproducts? So, especially from the distilling the nether air, you take the nether air, which you just grab from air intake hatches from the nether, you get a couple of interesting byproducts. Lots of like the coal tar distillation kind of byproducts. So you get coal gas. Look at this. 64 million liters of anthracene. This is usually like a very small byproduct of coal tar distillation. Yeah, like 50 liters per 1,000 coal tar. And you need this for rocket fuel. I forget if it's the tier 4 or the tier 6 rocket fuel. Definitely the tier 6. But yo, look at this. I mean, by the way, chat, I'm gonna snooze these ads for just a little bit here. So you get sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide, which you can convert those into sulfuric acid, which we are actually doing. Also nitrogen dioxide, which you can then turn into nitric acid. So we're also doing that. And then these two things right here, heavy hellish mud, nefarious gas, you do need for the netherite line itself. So. Oh, do you use it for tier 4? Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, I mean, you probably still need to do that coal tar distillation for tier 4 rocket before you get to this, but yeah, you get a stupid amount. So we're actually avoiding. Also neon. Like, unless you're really, really good about distilling liquid air, you probably don't have a ton of neon by this point in the game. So it's actually a really cool byproduct. You will do netherite line from Twist. Well, basically you have to do it this normal vanilla way. Like this is all vanilla stuff, vanilla GTNH. And then once you get enough netherite, then you can use this nether interface, which is a kind of a weird name for it. But yeah, you end up using this. And then it just kind of, you know, negates the need for this stuff. But we'll keep all these machines around still. I mean, there's a little bit of processing you still have to do. So it invalidates some of the line, but not all of it necessarily. Probably the best way I could describe that. Lytton says, just gathering machines to start doing netherite line in normal 2.8. Seeing that recipe makes me cry. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, it's a whole new edition. Honestly though, like, you know, you've done plat line, you've done possibly monazite line by now. It's to me, this is actually not as bad as plat line. It's not as intensive, not as many machines. I mean, if we look at like the number of machines in here, like it's not a crazy amount. Like 8 over here, 8 over here. Yeah, totally doable. Neon's nice if you don't have the bees. Yep. And we do have Krypton bees for Krypton for our EBF, which is nice. And by the way, Chad, if you're coming from Potato Stream, your first time here, like I said, we're normally playing with my wife, Kat, as well. She's usually on this server with me. This is our world that we've been playing in like since April of this year, I want to say. So get the stream follow if you want to catch us again sometime. We are changing our schedule a little bit. Let me show you all. New schedule. So we've been streaming at this time, Monday through Thursday for quite a while. And we're still doing it Monday through Tuesday. But then we're actually going Thursday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. GMT. So a little bit of a later stream on Thursday and Friday. Kind of be a little bit of a different vibe as well. There's something about the evening streams that are kind of nice. It's early evening. So hopefully if you're in the EU, you know, we can still kind of catch you toward the end of your day, possibly. But yeah, dude, I love this world. I was so happy to come back here today. We've been having fun in an alternate run called GATA, GTNH All the Things. Playing with some other people there, but it was nice to return here today. But yeah, we were working on the netherite bee over here, which we basically have going. Let me go back and look at this again. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you very much. Base looks beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me let me just show like a couple more things here real quick. So I mean, a lot of our it's fashioned after Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings, even though it's like a flat pancake version of it. It's like the way I usually describe it. We've got our ore proc building over here. I'm in love with this building. I love how this building turned out. All the water features around here and everything. So we got our full ore proc video. If you happen to see an ore proc video that I posted on YouTube, that's where this was right here. Oh, maintenance. I forgot to check maintenance over here still, actually. And we're not doing a lot of ore processing at the moment. Thank you all again. Yo, Sprite, Greep, thank you. Very nice looking base. Love the look. Thank you. Yeah, it's white, but it's not like Samsa white. Right, chat? Trying to avoid that. This is our magic district. So we got some twist multi-blocks like Skypiercer Tower. That's not in the normal game. That basically combines aspects together into more complex aspects in Thaumcraft. But then this. This is Arcane Infusion on steroids. The Industrial Magic Matrix. And it doesn't work great, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to just look at, right? We got a little Tree of Gondor back here. Hiding. We got our blood magic over here. We got blood magic meteors. One's being mined right there, right now. Got our blood magic area. And then our Thaumcraft area. And I'm trying to do a thing where we like have the Thaumaturges versus the blood mages. Like two factions in the city that are kind of like warring with each other. It's kind of the lore. Samsa White. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Like that's totally a thing. I mean, look, Samsa's aesthetic is great. But it does get a little bit overdone, right? So we're trying to avoid that. I know you all over at 3TP are trying to avoid that as well. Doing your own thing, trying to get your footing in the PDEM. I wasn't able to watch stream today, but I definitely want to check that out soon. Maybe tomorrow. So, come back over here. Got our B area over here. Some crops. Oh yeah, here's the mega brick blast furnace. In case y'all have never seen that before. It's a brick blast furnace, but very big. Very large. Don't really use it anymore. Threefold gray. Hell yeah. Is he using, oh god, what are those blocks called? Oh. What's the name of the chisel block? It's like 15 different shades of like white to black. The qubits, yes, dude. Yeah, we use qubits so much in our previous world. Qubits are amazing. You could do so much cool stuff with the, all these different shades of gray. T-Light asteroid, nice. Okay, chat, let's grab this. Let's get this out of here. Now, I do need to replace this with a industrial apiary. I was about to order that, and then you all distracted me. How dare you? Industrial apiary. Go ahead and grab that. We need to grab a couple more things. Yeah, the production upgrades. 4 of those. I don't know if this is the perfect configuration, but, you know, it gets the job done. And then definitely the acceleration upgrade. The IV one. Yep. With the burger ads I've been getting, dude, I don't know what YouTube's up to. I don't even know. Oh, dinner time? Enjoy your dinner, Potato. Thank you again. It's good to see you all. DTPF, but Steam Age, yep. The dirt TPF, as it is lovingly known. All right, there we go. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, production upgrades. There's our industrial apiary. Automation upgrade. Just waiting on that other. Okay. And then I am going to need some IV superconductor. Grab that. We're going to need AMI interface. Grab all the goodies. I think I can remove this now. Yeah. Oh, there's our block of hellish metal. Let's grab that again. Put some of this garbage away. Place the industrial apiary first. There we go. And then ME interface. This is going to be on our B subnet. Takes care of all of our goodies. You get ads on YouTube. Yeah, we did we did unlock ads on our YouTube channel after getting to 1,000 subscribers recently. If you are seeing those, you know, that's the reason I don't feel as bad about doing ads on YouTube, because YouTube is much better about paying the content creator than Twitch. I'm sorry to say. Let's see. Put those in there. We'll go ahead and put the B in there as well. Get some power up in here. We're not going to use these combs right away because we're not going to finish Netherite Line today. I was trying not to steal Kat's thunder because she was working really hard on that Netherite Line. I do want her to be able to finish that herself. We're just trying to help things out a little bit. YouTube better at paying with ads. Yep. And yeah, dude. And that's the thing. Like, you know, YouTube will let you skip things more. Whereas Twitch, it's like, hey, enjoy these 3 minutes of unskippable ads. Holy hell. No wonder the platform's dying. All right, let's put that away. There's our acceleration upgrade. Perfect. And make sure we're pointing that the right direction. Get some power, and we should be good to go. Oh, we do need to hook up. That's our channel situation. 5. It should be fine. B subnet is yellow. Because of course it is. What other color could it possibly be? YouTube allows rewatching directly without sub also. Oh, well, I mean, most Twitch streamers, maybe I'm misunderstanding you, but most Twitch streamers have their VODs viewable, you know, without having to sub. Okay. But you can, you know, you can scroll through the timeline without being a sub. Imagine. Imagine such a thing. Crazy technology. All right. No flowers. I don't know what flower this needs. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna take a bunch of these. Just in case we need it for something else. Is this used for breeding anything else? Nah, not. Bee subnet bloom? No, that's blasphemy. Disgusting. Nether. Okay. Let me grab that soul sand again and nether wart. There we go. Put that back. I don't want that drone anymore. Nobody loved it anyway. And then nether wart. And there we go. Perfect. So this probably makes like, I don't know, on average with this amount of power, we usually get like, oh God. Maybe I should read that trade out. We'll leave it. It's funny. No, yeah, no Gendustry. We have been locked out of Gendustry until mid LUV. I can show you exactly why. We tried, actually, because I was very eager to get into it. The problem, there's actually several of the machines that we can make from Gendustry. Let me navigate. Where? Oh, I'm blind. There we go. So I'm trying to remember which one it was, chat. There was one of these that, yeah, okay, I think it was this. Yes. So you need this genetics processor, right? And so to get that, you need the genetic circuit. And to get that, you need an engraved crystal chip, the raw crystal chips. And the raw crystal chips require molten europium. And how do you get molten europium? Fusion. So, and how do you get fusion? Netherite. So it's all kind of looping back over to the Netherite line. So that's why we've kind of been prioritizing the Netherite line. By the way, to get Netherite line going, there is a point in Netherite line. I think it's the oil cracker recipe. Where you need, where is it? Let me find it real quick. Nefarious oil, I think. Yes. Where you need grade water. Grade 1 or grade 2. Grade 2 is much better, by the way. And so we had to actually go and do waterline first. At least part of waterline before. This is kind of like our initial waterline setup. You know, we'll figure it out more. I'm not like super happy with this, but it was something interesting. A little bit more modern as we kind of get away from the main central point of the city. We can go a little bit more modern in some places. But yeah, we've got tier 1, tier 2. I'm actually glad I came over here because I really wanted to check this out. Make sure this was all still working. We've got that going at 8 parallels. And then this is at, yeah, 6 parallels. Okay. Grade 1. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so we've got, this is exactly the way I want this. So yeah, 18 million grade 1 water, 20 million grade 2. That's perfect. Because you kind of want like a little bit of all of them, all the grades. So that's why it's kind of good to come through these with these parallels and kind of stagger them out a little bit. There's like a cop. Nefarious oil, yes, yes. Everything in the nether, everything with the netherite line sounds incredibly edgy, right? You need block of hellish metal. What else? There were some other like cringe lord things in here. But anyway. Work done? Hell yeah, Kraylin, let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, got a water purification plant. I remember Kat saying that we should probably like increase the power on this. I might actually take a look at that before we go today. So video genetics is doable in HV. Seems like there's yeah. So Gendustry is different from genetics, right, Dirge? You probably know this, but now I know Novashep, who's in our chat, who does stream GTNH from time to time, was doing these down here. Yeah, this is the genetics stuff. So you could do this. In fact, I kind of like in retrospect, you know, if I could go back, I probably would have done this stuff. just because I really have never checked it out before. But yeah, gene pool, isolator, sequencer, polymerizer. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. Evil sulfuric acid, yeah. What's up, Dataki? Yeah, we're back in DoubleHelix, dude. Feels good. Again, if anybody's wondering where Kat is, she is sick for the day. She should be back on Thursday, our next stream day. These end asteroids are a lot bigger than I thought. I'm trying to remember, like, what are those end asteroids really good for? You said something about Sheelite earlier. I haven't really paid much attention to those before. By the way, I want to check and see if we are getting Netherite. I praised the rat. Nobody has praised the rat today. Is it because Cat was gone? I think that's the first rat legend redemption we've had today. If you could possibly believe it. All right, yeah, we're getting Netherite comb. The Netherite comb we're getting from that Netherite bee we just set up. And what you do with that, you need 32 with the Netherite nanoparticles, and then you get 2 of these instead of 1. Yeah, this is the normal recipe right here, which is nice. So I think that's worth it. We might have to speed up that Netherite bee some, because that is a lot of combs for one process, but crazy progress. You've had a 96 days. Okay, to be clear, the day thing is the equivalent of the number of streams we've had. So, I mean, there's been some work on this world off stream. We tried not to do too much off stream, though, honestly. You know, we'd like for this series to be very cohesive so y'all can kind of follow along with everything we're doing. I'm sure there will be some off stream work more as time goes on. I mean, I will do off stream building, to be fair. But yeah. Right, I said I wanted to mess with the power with this. Yeah, let's take a look at this before we go today. Thank you all for hanging around today. Feels weird not having Cat by my side, but appreciate y'all still hanging out. Y'all are here for more than just Cat. Means a lot, man. So we want like a 64 amp dynamo hatch, yeah. Yeah, we do already have that. Perfect. Also, how are we getting power into this? Just one of these? I think that's fine. Yeah. Still mad props? Thank you. I mean, it does help that we do have like multiple thousands of hours in GTNH, you know, by the time we started this world. So. Yes, Dataki. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to, you know, check out my alternate channel. I don't stream on there regularly. I don't have like a schedule or anything, but y'all can go follow me at my namesake channel. Yeah, I was on Gata, our other GTNH run, very briefly, and then I went and played some Elden Ring. I'm further in that game than I've ever been before. Like the previous stream, we killed Margit for the very first time, and then we 2-shot Godric with no summon. I was proud of that one. I mean, we had our blood howl thing. We were pretty OP, but it was still nice. Okay, if I'm gonna do this though, I'm gonna have to replace all this cabling. Actually, am I? No. Oh, you're offline. Oh, no wonder you're not working. Oh, you're going offline because of maintenance issues. Huh. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this for a second. I feel like there shouldn't be that much power loss. I mean, it's only like two loss per meter. What is this ozone recipe? Wow. Okay. So an amp of LUV has 32,768. Let me do some math on this real quick. So 32,768 minus 30,720. That's 2,048. No, we shouldn't be having that much loss then. That's still like 1,024 blocks that I could go before I would have enough loss to have issues with that. Had quite a few power fails and double hash. 10% reduction with maintenance. I guess that would check out, wouldn't it? Yeah. 30,720 divided by 32,768, which comes to like 0.93. So yeah, that's why you get one maintenance issue and then, you know, that's it. But I mean, can we compensate with... See, what you would think is, this is something I still don't understand about Gregtech in this game, is that there's some kind of compensation mechanism for like, okay, well, let's say that, you know, my 4 amps fail, but then I've got like extra amps flowing through this. That should compensate for that loss, right? But it doesn't really. It doesn't like you think it would. So even though I have like 12 extra potential amps on here out of 16, it doesn't compensate for the energy loss in the way you think it would. So it's like, okay, well, how do I... Yeah, but I guess it's because because this version of Gregtech works with a power draw or like a power request system rather than the energy just naturally flowing through the cable. You know, it doesn't get pushed through, it gets pulled through. So there's no extra amps flowing through the cable in the first place then, right? 3 hatches. I don't know. I don't think that would work. I don't know. Yeah. You tapped into the electric grid. That makes, yeah, it all makes sense now. Okay, so I actually have no idea how you solve this, dude. Superconductor wire, but then I think the same problem happens where like then you're running at 90% efficiency and it needs like 93.75% of that power. The problem is not even the power loss over this cable. That's the thing. I don't know if diode would help with that either. I've had various things like this happen, you know, throughout my playthroughs, and the reason that you don't have the problem with single hatching is because up to 2 amps are able to flow and be demanded, so it's not an issue. Whereas here you're very much capped to the 4 amps. So I don't know if the solution would be, hey, make another laser engraver, like just have 2 of them single hatched. Battery buffer, diode. Yeah, you know, several people have said diode. I mean, maybe 3 hatching does... Look, I'm down to try. Like, that's cool with me. That'd be the easiest way to fix this right now. So my initial question is going to be, you know, does this still work with 3 hatches, or does 3 hatches like screw up the machine somehow, right? I mean, it seems happy. You think it's going to try to consume more power? I mean, let's see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just saw the 6 amps there. So the moment this has maintenance, it's going to have the exact same problem, unless we limit the parallels, which you can now do in the power panel. So if we uncheck that, and we just go for 4 parallels, I'm pretty sure, we watch the tooltip here real quick. Yeah, now it's just doing 4 amps of LuV. Yeah. I mean, this was not an option until 2.8. I mean, I think almost every single Gregtech multi-block now has the ability to do this, which perfectly solves an issue like this. Like, this is actually really nice. Hey, chat. I still don't understand how the diode solves it. The diode is the equivalent of having just a battery buffer close by. And the thing that is getting me is like, it's not even cable loss that is the issue here. If cable loss isn't the issue, yeah, exactly, Dirch, yeah, then I don't know how a diode would help, right? But being able to change these parallels, that totally helps, and having a third hatch. So, I mean, yeah. You got to be careful with there's certain recipes like this in the game that are just kind of brutal with their the percentage of an amp that it needs. Yeah, if anybody in chat doesn't understand what's going on here, normal LUV amp has 32,768, and this is so close. You'll have certain recipes like this that are so close to a full amp that you get one maintenance issue, which brings the efficiency down 90%, and then suddenly it's like, oh, your machine no worky no more. I think one of the first times you ever encounter this is with the cutting machine in LV, diamond plate, 30 EU out of 32 EU, and so you just have a little bit of loss, like 3 loss in the cable, and you're donezo. Howler alarm, ugh, God. No thanks. Put redstone into your cutter. I mean, listen, if you want to use I like to call that the duct method. That's respectable. All right, LUV 64 dynamo hatch. So if I put this here, oh, we already have one there. So how much power does this use? 245,760. Hold on. More math chat. Sorry. 32,768 times 64. That's 2,097,000 that we have to work with. That this machine's currently getting. If anybody doesn't know how Waterline works, basically this water purification plant receives all the power. Look at oh, this only has a 16 amp energy hatch. That'll do it. Okay. Just triple checking. Yeah, 64 amp dynamo hatch. All of this is 64 amp melodic alloy cable, LUV. So I should just be able to change this out real quick. Hot swap. Oh, that did not work. The game did not like me hot swapping that. Yo, good night, Blade. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you, brother. Cut down due to power loss. Okay, try again. Oh, these won't catch it until the next cycle. That's fine. Playthrough where every multi-block has a howler. Dude, can you imagine, like, imagine it's a server fire and you log off for a couple days, you come back and you just hear nothing but howler alarms. You don't even know, like, you don't even know where to begin. Stuff of nightmares, man. All right, yeah, so 64 amp energy hatch. So we should have 2 million EU to work with, which means we can probably increase the parallels on this now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do this before the cycle restarts. I'm going to do 16 parallels on this, and then I'm going to do like 12 on this. Again, I like to stagger these out just to make sure we have enough grade water, like all the grades of water, because sometimes you need an odd numbered grade of water for some weird reason. Turning your speakers off, I know, right? Exactly. Wait, turning lasers right now requires an active transformer, which needs ZPN. Yeah. That's unfortunately going to be a really big pain point. Chat, in version 2.7 of GTNH, so not this last update, but the update before, they introduced a laser mirror. This didn't exist in the game until less than a year ago. This lets you round corners, right? So you put this at like a little corner junction, then you can take, your normal laser line. And it's a UV recipe. It says UHV, but you can double hatch. So you can't get this until UV, which means that when you're trying to start to do lasers in ZPM, you are stuck not having that mirror hatch or that laser mirror. And the problem is you have to use these. This is the way we used to have to do it through the end game. You used to have to just have these everywhere. So if you ever saw somebody's base back in the day and they had nothing but these like 3x3 cubes everywhere, that's the reason. Not only because like, I mean, these are very good at like, you know, transforming into different voltages, and you know, you can put multiple different tiers of voltage on the same cube. Like, it's very versatile, right? But another reason people would have this spammed everywhere in their base is just around corners. That would be like the only reason you would use it sometimes. And unfortunately in ZPMH, that's what you have to do until you get that laser mirror in UV. Yo, Ooey, what's up? At least you have the power fail feature in Journey Map. Chad, does anybody know if in the 2.8.1 version, did they fix how this works in Journey Map? Because this was not working properly. And I know it was a tracked issue. Hopefully that got fixed, because I haven't been using this. But we do have the world visualization, which is really nice. And that is just /pf. That'll give you all the commands. Saw Shack in an ad. Wow. Okay, 368,000 EU. And then 491,000. Okay, yeah, we can up the... We can go bigger. Let's go 32 parallels on this, and then like 26 parallels on this. Something like that. And let's see how much EU they have. And again, we have 2 million EU total at our disposal, so that's the one thing I do kind of like about Waterline, just having power in one machine, and then it just wirelessly sends the power to all these other machines. It's kind of cool. I do hate the fact that you're limited to 32 blocks range. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 798,000. And then 983. Okay, yep, I think we found some pretty good parallels there. I mean, we already have quite a bit of gray water, 20 million, 18 million, but can always do better. Ooey, how are you doing today? Hope everything is well. All right, so we got that sorted out. Very good. I was going to work on some Kami armor today, but, you know, we kind of ran out of time to get that done. Anything else, chat? Thankfully, if you weren't here earlier, we were like dealing with a glowstone problem for like an hour. Until some people started mentioning the EEC, or not the EEC, the EIG, Extreme Industrial Greenhouse. And I always forget about this thing, right? I think I only used it in Neo Tokyo, our previous run, a couple times. And look at this, chat. 155 glowstone a second for 1 amp of LUV. Not too bad, dude. I actually had this thing level maintained, because otherwise I think our drives might eventually fill up completely with it. I just got it set to like 10 million. Does it work to start the pack 2.8.1? Something laggy in the version. I mean, if you were trying to choose which version to do one cache, I would choose 2.8.1. There were some weird TPS chunk issues with like hodgepodge chunk stuff that might get you started on the wrong foot. Like it was adding a bunch of extra data to certain chunks in your game files, and that never goes away unless you like reset the chunk. So just based on what I know, I would say 2.8.1 would be better. You know, the funny thing, Tortillo, 2.8 beta 4 might have had fewer issues than the official release. I don't know that for sure, but that was kind of the vibe I got. Yo, Cat of World, what's up? How do you do, fellow cat? Yeah, Cat, my wife, unfortunately is not with us today. She will be back soon. And yo, One Kashi, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I think 2.8.1, you're going to have a more stable time. The only really big issue I've heard about in 2.8.1 is like some weird like Essentia fluid terminal issue that is like annoying, but not the end of the world kind of thing. Yeah, no, it was definitely a good call for y'all to wait. Kat and I didn't wait. We're on 2.8.0 right now, but I actually did update Hodgepodge independently, and that did fix our issue finally. If you do 2.8.0, you'll need to patch the TPS issue. Yeah, yeah. I have to get to uni in 2 years, or I'll get recruited into the army. Well, hey. Get to studying. Chat, I think we are probably going to end there. I've been going almost 4 hours solo, which, you know, for people like Potato might not be a big deal, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to having Cat around to help yap with me, so I am pretty tired. I got to go run an errand. I got to go fix dinner. Got to go do. Also want to check on Cat, make sure she's doing okay. But yeah, I think next time we come in here, which is probably going to be Thursday. Again, our new stream time. Thursdays and Fridays are going to be a little bit later. So a little bit of change in our schedule. But yeah, we're going to come back here on Thursday. Probably finish out the Netherite line. Should be a good time. And then we can work on Fusion, chat, dude. I'm so excited about Fusion. See you next time. Yo, good to see you, Cat of World. Thank you. I try to get the Bloody Hell up and running. Bloody Hell is quite nice. Bloody Hell is so fast, dude. Chat, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, that is the Twist Space Multi over here. Actually called the Bloody Hell. This thing is really, really good. W stream. Yo, thank you. Thank you, Fire. And by the way, chat, if you're not following the Discord, you know, follow the stream. Go check out our Discord. Got a very lively conversations going on there on a regular basis. Very helpful people as well. If you need GTNH help, people are always there to help you. You can always look at our schedule and, you know, get more information about the stream that way. Also see what we're doing. Also see that we're doing a special spooky stream on Friday. Cat's playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I'm gonna be playing what was the game that I decided on? Oh gosh darn it. I'm not gonna remember the name of it. The Evil Within. It's pretty cheap. Yeah. Thank you, Kraylin. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the game's a piece of shite. We'll find out. It could be really good. We'll see what happens. But until then, chat, if you are on Kick or YouTube, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day.